be crazy starting on the CT side with a pretty common default spread. Nobody in middle though.
Listen, if Crazy's able to play them that close on Inferno in a map that it's not especially great for their pool, you got to have to imagine Dust 2 is going to be a very tough affair for Astralis, which is an absolutely mental thing to be saying. Mid control for Astralis, as you mentioned, no defense there. It's just eyes from the B bomb site. Nexa over at A ramp. Actually, Nexa and Auto playing very close together on the ramp.
Yeah, they are. There are two smokes. That could definitely be a B split, couldn't it? We'll see if they're going to be able to figure that out, but Esperanto all the way out along, not pushing past the doors. Glaive going to be setting up for a smoke towards the middle. They're all going to be exploding out upper dark, it seems. That's Ledney and Hunter inside of the B-bomb site, and they had better hit some great shots, so they're going to be in trouble. Grenade lands right on top. That's a fantastic grenade. That almost could be enough. Magisk will take down Ledney, so Hunter still has to be put to the test, and he's going to fall as well. After all that damage, they should be winning this, but they might not.
No, they're definitely not. These final three players, I think you just save here. I think you save the armor, you save the utility, and you use it for the next round buy-up where you can invest a lot into that round if you could bring this armor forward. That is super unfortunate. What a great shot from Mages jumping on top of that box, because that nade was actually going to go way too deep.
Yeah.
The fact that it actually hit someone in the halls caused it to do so much damage, but nothing to follow it up with.
Oh, that is tragic. They might not even realize how much until they go and watch the demo, right?
I know. Or the VOD. So,
or the VOD.
What's up, crazy guys?
Yeah, you know, condolences, commiserations.
From the past?
Yeah, sorry about that. Well, now, trying to save the armor, as you said. Auto sniping away. Esperanto going to get the kill instead. Would be kind of nice if they could have got some kills each just to, you know...
Help the buy.
Help the buy, yeah.
Regardless, I mean, you have a scout now with armor, which we've seen be effective without it. That's going to help him in a big way. Auto can even get an HG grenade if he wants to try and clean up a kill, or a smoke if he wants to try and delay. Everyone else upgrading to pistols, but yeah, this is a pretty decently strong buy, even without, you know, any SMGs or any rifles for the crazy side.
Connection on the early scout. Gotta be careful. Even if your device here, just, you know, you could see the rifle on the other side. He's quite ready to take the fight, but don't want to be losing a player early on to a stray headshot, I would say.
Nexa's meeting up with Hunter on catwalk. Double things up there, and actually triple it up if you consider Esperanto is far back. Pop flash at the ready, listening for a footstep. But for the moment, Astralis is content with just a default, take that mid control, and that's way too awkward of a fight. Auto goes down very early on, and Dupree has swept aside a lot of the danger in this round.
Yeah, I don't know why they gave up on that flash setup. You need to be a little bit more patient than waiting for like 3 seconds, because it's a good idea. It's a really good idea, in fact. Ledney, see if he's going to be able to get one headshot. Oh, they line up. That could have easily been more than that. Going to go for it again. Now the 5-7 is out, and he's fighting a little bit of too many angles. Not his fault, though, but that should be the round here going in favor of Astralis.
Oh yeah, Nexa's not even going to get away. He's dropping the smoke behind him, and he's going to have to get aggressive forward. Zipmix with the final kill. 2-0 for Astralis.
Yeah, and a bit of a shame. I mean, if you got both the headshots there as they were on top of each other, that would have been
with them lined up in the halls, or even just like an extra tag to do some damage, and then he could swap out to the 5-7 the way he did, but maybe an easier fight for him. Regardless, I think the reason they gave up the stack, I think they might have got like lured or baited into thinking that was more of a commitment from Astralis out mid.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's the explanation, isn't it? Wanted to try and help out. Flashbang on Nexa by the car to set up for a peek at the corner in case they were going to hear footsteps. Worth an attempt, but not going to be rewarded with anything. Device going to be spotting a couple of people, and surely that's going to be some info just brought on over and said, you know what, there's a lot of people on this A side. Oh, be careful now.
Bit awkward, but yeah, it shouldn't be a whole lot of danger. Just the pistols left on Crazy, although many players here, they can actually blow up through the smoke and see what they can get, but Glaive just holds the trigger, transfers it over, a very smooth motion, and Hunter inside the site, USP. Very, very useless in that scenario, and it will be a third round for Astralis, and then the guns are going to come out in the next one. Over on the B stream, we have another interesting match, an elimination match. It's North, your boys from Denmark, taking on Liquid, my boys from America. What you got in that?
Liquid. I see you were trying to set me up, Moses, trying to lure me, bait me into believing in North. I've been there many times.
I just wanted to see how patriotic you were.
Listen, I actually think North have been playing much better. I think they should get some credit for improving that team overall. I think that's pretty cool, but I just think Liquid are still going to be winning that game.
Well,
yeah.
you know, the case is we see a number of times at different majors, if you're not one of those teams playing in that first challenger stage, sometimes you come in a little bit rusty for teams who have been here for a week playing officials.
Yeah, it's true.
You can't use that excuse anymore if you're Liquid, so we'll see how it goes. Device going to take the timing shot. Damage from the Molotov is one. Look at Dupree. Oh, he's out so fast. There's no way they expect this. We see this every once in a while, but he can just tell his team to pause now. Letney's going to walk right into it. Is he prepared? He is. What a good clear.
I don't know how. That is such smart play from Letney. Almost never you're going to see anyone actually try and do that. Now, Megis might be going for another very deep play. Otto, he's looking for it, but not enough. He's going to go down. Big kill with the Krieg, back into a 4-on-4. And this is going to be so disturbing for the defense. Although Hunter will creep in to take down Device. And I don't know, they're making some great kills happen right now. Megis not going to be quick enough for Esperanto. Taking down one, re-peeking into Sip. And they needed him to stay alive on that bomb side. It's not done yet. It's still 2-on-3, but don't want to give any chance here for Astralis to bring it back. In fact, they could get the bomb plant down here. They might not know that, but...
No, they don't realize it yet. And for Nexa, it's a tough situation for him. He's got to hold on towards long. Letney pushing in towards upper dark. If he actually goes in towards lower, the problem is they don't realize that Astralis and Sipnix especially is very committed to the A bomb site. Glaive letting... I mean, they're just playing individually with each other. Glaive trying to cut this map, split it in half, and not let anyone rotate over towards the A bomb site. Will he? Can he flick fast enough to lower B? He can't, but Letney's afraid of that fight.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's a hard flick to hit if you're Glaive.
But if you're Letney, you still have to go this way. There's no other route you can go. It all takes too long, and now he's actually going to flank behind Nexa. Glaive could be the checkmate in this round.
He's thinking about it. Now comes out long Sip with a headshot. Glaive, he even tags Hunter behind him. Oh no. There's no smoke left. They had one, but I think it's been dropped in the meantime. And now walks into the fire, takes down Sip. Glaive is going to be a fantastic double kill and a steal away from Astralis. Again, in a round where, honestly, Crazy making some smart choices along the way, but man, that's a hard round to lose.
It's just those mid-round reads from Astralis and the trust they have in each other. I mean, for Glaive to not even like worry about helping to take A, he's just basically saying, listen, Zip, you do this all on your own. I have this off. If you die, I'm just saving it. So,
yeah.
You know, it's all based off of what you can do by yourself at the A bomb site. And fortunately, they had the perfect... the defense was perfect for them to make that kind of a call. Glaive this time going to go for the early peek and eat a grenade for his troubles. Doesn't see anyone cross over towards Pit, but that doesn't mean it's clear in his eyes.
No, and he's going to be falling back, not really ready to stick around for too much longer, as you said. You never know if someone actually does make it past when you're just peeking back from the early grenade, and then they could be close.
Ooh, here we go.
Yeah.
Here's the stack. There is a flashbang on Nexa. He's going to pop it now. How effective is it? Actually, he hears it, but Magus had already dropped onto the box. That actually could have been perfect for him to just pop his head back up and spray multiple down. They've found the easier option. Nobody in the B bomb site.
Yeah, they're cool with that. Just get the bomb down.
Take that
worry
all
about
day.
everything later. Yeah. It is the better option. That's going to be 5-0 for Astralis. And I don't know. This is a map that they are, you know, obviously still good on. But Crazy need to get into the swing of things here. Ooh, Esperanto hunting people down.
Couple of guns. I don't think they can go for this, especially considering Dupree is basically out by T-spawn, so they can't even cross into the site. So Device and Zip don't have to be worried whatsoever because Dupree's telling them nothing's coming, and he'll get a pair of kills for his trouble.
Yeah. Making it look a little bit smooth as well. You like that?
Style points.
But what's the answer now for Crazy?
You have to imagine with this AWP in hand and with the bonus money now at its full level, I would imagine they're going to go for a double up setup.
Yeah.
With one free one. I mean, if they don't, obviously it's just free, and that's cool as well.
But double up does feel like a good way to deal with this. They're not going to buy it, but yeah, maybe Otto on his own, like, you know, just have him win an early fight against somebody. That in itself will help out a lot.
It's just so nice looking at them being able to save 2 weapons on top of that full losing bonus, because there's a lot of money. Esperanto at 1,100, Otto at 31, Letney at 2,600. So behind this buy, there's another one waiting if they can't win this somehow.
Quick chance for Hunter. Not going to connect, but still a little bit of an attempt. Some smokes raining down to keep the rest of that A side pretty occupied. Hunter going to be winning the first fight there against Sip, then smoking off. They just want to buy some time, Esperanto, to take down Glaive. Another round that begins, and actually now it's just all over, isn't it? Esperanto shutting them down in the middle. It's a nice triple for him, and he was the topic of a fair bit of conversation on the desk there. Yeah. And for good reason. Yeah, one of those players that can be like a big key to success for Crazy, who we've seen have some spectacular games. Another one of those players where like the team just looks different when he's going wild. Now we've got the double orb set up. Now we've got it. They wanted a bit more money in the bank. Ooh, this is a very nice sequence. Device with the op having to take it as slow. Can't just commit to a very fast peak there. 5-1. Crazy need to go on a bit of a streak here. Money is low on Astralis, so this is an opportunity if they break it for them to close the gap in this. And look how fast Dupree's going to be jumping and throwing the Molotovs. He gets stuck though, and they're fighting wide. Good trades for Nexa. Ooh, that grenade collision thing is always such a tricky thing. I don't even know how you would change it if you could, but because obviously it can't just go through people. That doesn't make any sense. But the fact that it stops models is always just a bit awkward. It's got to be frustrating for Dupree. There is a moment of opportunity for Astralis. Only Letney defend against the B bomb site. He's got an AWP and he's got the first kill, but he's got to get into cover. Oh, that's the wrong side of the box to go on, my friend. B side is lost and they have to go for this retake. 3-on-2 with a one-man advantage. Yeah, and the man advantage, I mean, yeah, but it's the B bomb site, and that's a huge issue. 2 Molotovs on Astralis, one of them already put up into the doorway, trying to limit how many entrances there are into the bomb site since there are only 2 covering. Device looking for upper dark, and they're taking their sweet time right now. Crazy. The bomb did only just go down, but still want to be careful. There's the Molotov again, and now Sip holding close to the window here as the bomb ticks right underneath him. He's just waiting for it. The timing is everything. Device also helping him out. First kill happening. They know someone's coming up here as well. They saw that smoke go down. Device with a second kill, and Sip will win it at the doorway, and that's another steal. 2 of them now for Astralis here in the first half. You're exactly right. That was perfectly played from Astralis. The 2 Molotovs they had for the doors were a bit brutal. The second one had to be put out by the smokes. They would have time to get into this site, but Device is just too good. He started out Inferno slow, yeah, but he was, towards the end, he picked it up in a massive way. Here with some critical kills just in round 7. And when you get Astralis into some of these scenarios where, you know, you got the 3 versus 2, you got the early kills, those are the rounds you really need to win, because, yeah, when they get fired up, even if they are, you know, maybe not their former selves, it's still, you know, you can't just rely on winning those rounds yourselves later on. That might not happen. Some of these rounds as well have been just so well called by Astralis. They're almost winning strategically, getting into bomb sites, you know, being able to march into that B site. Letney only able to get the 1 kill. 6-1, and as I mentioned, there was a good amount of cash built up on Crazy from some saved weapons and a single round win, so they go right back into buying the double op. Auto moving in. One of the people I would have thought would have been just blowing up on this Dust 2 map, considering how Inferno was. You got 1, 1, and 4 currently. Hasn't been AWPing very aggressively, which even slightly was on Inferno at times, so maybe that could be something they could go to. He's at least forward on the map here. Next there with him with the M4 device, thinking about it. And actually, did he see something, or was that just a bit of a check? Regardless, they're going to get the kill on Dupree, and that should be quite a good start here. See if they can hold on to it. Molotov is going to force Device back. Still mid-control, and the defense adjusting as well. Otto and Nexa coming in for some late long control, going to clear things out. Letney in the back of B platform towards that B bomb site as Magisk takes a step out mid. Fair few grenades left on Astralis. Yeah, I think that at the moment they're just looking to gain information of what kind of a setup they're going up against. Frequently on this map as well, you'll see Glaive using a smoke on Catwalk to jump and get intel in towards that A bomb site. He hasn't done it just yet, but he's inching closer towards it. Mid to B smoke is thrown.
this is going to be a fake. I think it's just going to be Magis taking a fight. No, he's just going to straight fall back. There's Glaive jumping down into CT spawn, and he's found by Otto.
Yeah, they needed for somebody to be there. That would have been such a big kill, a 4-on-4. Now they're running out of time really quickly. 15 seconds here. They're throwing in all of their grenades, and Otto, there's just a line you can't cross to get past this AWP, and he's going to take a third one as well. That's what we need him for. Good job. 6-2, and for a long time there, Astralis was set up with a crossfire in middle, waiting for someone to either peek from B mid or from CT spawn, and they never got anything out of it.
No, they really didn't. Which is, and maybe it's kind of a test to say, you know, maybe this is a young team. Let's see if we can force a mistake out of them. In that round, it doesn't happen. They've gotten it a couple times previously, not in that exact spot. Out of money and out of rifles, there's just a Krieg and an AK-47 on Magis and Dupree. The rest are pistols. 3 players going to head towards mid very quickly. Device already at Xbox as well as they clear things out. Make sure there's no catwalk pressure.
Otto. Again, slightly more aggressive here, which I really appreciate. I kind of want him to do this. It is a little bit risky being in the center of the lane like this, just in case you miss a shot and they come running for you, although he did have a little bit of backup in Hunter.
It's got to be a point as an opera that you think, I can find a pick here, because there's been, you know, pretty decent activity from Astralis in terms of getting out mid, in terms of clearing the corners, attacking CT spawn, or, you know, the fast play to try and get into the B bomb site. Letney and Hunter, they're the one tasked with defense, as Glaive is going to watch the flank in mid. 4 players will be attacking in halls.
Oh, are they going to push behind that smoke, or... because they're set up for it. I almost wondered if they just wanted to put down another one further in and then flash their way through. You can create sort of almost like a bit of an air gap in between the smokes there and just use it as a staging area to throw flashbangs, but...
Ooh, that one hurts Astralis. They have been lying and waiting in these B halls, and I wonder if that puts off any alarm bells in the heads of Crazy. Because 4 players have just been sat behind 2 smokes for over 30 seconds. Here we go, right through it. Letney's got to peek up, and he's got one blind. It doesn't even matter. Along the wall, follow up. And Astralis shall not enter this B bomb site. Glaive still waiting for some attention in middle. He's going to find it. It's Nexa, and he gets that kill, but he needs to die. 6 seconds left. Otto obliges. A 3rd round for Crazy. 2 in a row as well.
Really nicely done. Cool smoke that they're able to throw Astralis from mid that lands at the B doors. So and that's a cool little idea. You can throw one as well that lands in the window. You can actually smoke off both window and door from T mid, yeah. Well, didn't play much of an impact there. I think Letney gets 1 kill blind, 1 through the smoke. It didn't. I mean, what it would have done potentially is it would have stopped them from counting how many people are coming out middle. But since they shut down everyone but a number, you know, who cares?
There's another force-up from Astralis, and this time, I mean, Crazy want to get aggressive. Letney again alone in this B bomb site. Oh, he misses the shot. And now with that miss, he feels like he can't repeat the angle. Oh, Hunter is being very bold. So is the follow-up off. These 2 ops need to be so careful. If they go down now, and Letney keeps re-peeking, now it's Otto's turn. He needs to survive. He needs one more, another like shot. But these are big risks being taken by Crazy.
Oh, the grenade though could do a lot. Oh, not quite Magus. The one close, otherwise it would have been a kill. Yeah, I definitely don't want to do that. Now the AWP, I don't think dropped into the bomb site because nobody's picked it up yet. Bit of a flashbang. They've got 2 more to try and buy some time here, but Crazy still have all the advantage. Deagle, P250, and an AK-47 on the other side. Astralis have already stolen away 2 rounds. A 3rd one would be too heartbreaking. The Deagle, not going to get anything done. Dupree's there with the AK, though. And there's Otto taking another kill. And Esperanto will close out the round. Way too scary and way too risky.
Op's going to be preserved. Way too expensive as well.
Yeah.
2 force buys from Astralis. The bomb plant that round is going to give him the extra 800. I don't think, again, this could just be a half-buy round. They could just apply pressure with, you know, just the pistols and light armor and some utility the way they have been. Narrow victory as Crazy tries to establish themselves in this defensive half. Astralis has had a pretty decent emphasis on that B bomb side. I wonder if that would be some research they've put into it before this series. They are not shy of just sitting in those holes and then eventually waiting for their moment to attack.
Esperanto just firing the gun at the corner. Magus going to truck the first player in Nexa, and Esperanto If he misses that shot, he's dead too. In the middle though, Hunter doing a credible job at diffusing any danger. Esperanto, blind or not, just challenging, I don't know, Jedi mind vision, what is it, third eye. Just got it all going on.
Yeah, you nailed it. You could tell you were a Trekkie growing up.
Listen, I don't know, I watched Star Wars. I was enjoying it, but...
4 in a row for Crazy. 5 to 6. Plenty of money. Otto is at 11,000 in the bank.
Yeah.
But the best buy that Astralis has had in probably 3 rounds.
6 to 5 as we move into round number 12. Device with the early B spawn, gonna go straight for it, but Letney's there, and he was absolutely ready. Been great with the AWP in this bomb site. Good way to get started.
Well, Glaive is up next against the Opper, holding on to the angle. Glaive's going to go for the very wide duck peek, and he does massive damage. He's going to press the issue. He's past the Molotov. I don't think they realize. Esperanto has to know now, but that's a tough fight to win, and Glaive, he might secure things. He can actually sneak back on towards Catwalk as soon as the Molotov fades, so he takes a risk. It pays off, but he commits even further, and that's Nexa who goes down, out in the open. What an incredible individual effort from Glaive to secure the bomb site for his team.
Yeah, that is absolute madness. Failed smoke in the middle there. I don't know if you guys saw, but Chad was tweeting about how to do that smoke and the benefit of it earlier in the day. So definitely go check that out on his profile. But ultimately, not going to matter as Glaive wins the round on his own. Cool.
I mean, we saw Stan yesterday. We mentioned him as one of the, him and Glaive, 2 of the better fragging in-game leaders we have, and you can see
2 of the best, I think.
Yeah, the ability of Glaive to just crack open a bomb site by himself. A lot of times he does plays over there, I mentioned it earlier, just to get information while his teammate is elsewhere, maybe throw some kind of a distraction or see what setup they're working with, see if maybe some kind of setup at A can tell them what setup they're working with in mid.
Who'd you put above the other one at this point in time?
Alexis seems pretty solid.
No, I meant between Stan and Glaive.
Oh, who's better between the two?
Yeah, just get a little competition going.
I think it's a little bit unreasonable just because Glaive had such a sick 2018. So, like, for longevity...
Okay, but just right now. Just, snap this major.
Okay, between today and Nuke yesterday, I thought Stanislav was better.
There we go. I'm really excited about Stan,
I know, I could tell. You're setting up all these different rules for my answer that just...
He's playing
direct me towards Stanislav.
In fact, if you could only look at 3 specific rounds that he had.
If you just look at
that round where he hides in the corner and Nuke.
Yep.
Oh, I'm just really enjoying it. I'm kind of hyped about it. That's a big win for Astralis. At a point in time where it actually looked like Crazy were getting a real grip of the game. There they are. All of our Finnish friends.
And there's Waldo.
Yeah, a bunch of them.
What's the striped shirt thing? Do you know? I imagine it has something to do with the logo that's on the shirt.
I have no idea.
Okay.
I don't have a good answer for you. They can recognize each other no matter how drunk they get. That's a big bonus. So that's something working there.
Let's party with those guys.
I think that would definitely be worth it.
Auto aggressive. The flashbang forces him away, and Glaive's... Oh, the follow-up. Glaive's going to get another entry.
What is he doing?
What a stellar pair of rounds he's putting together. I love that. I think he's just saying, if you guys are going to be like this aggressive and take these kinds of peaks and these kind of angles early in rounds, I'm just going to go take these fights before you expect it. And he's got flashbangs to help him.
Letney, how do you get out once you get the kill? You don't get the kill. Oh, he's going to no-scope 1, and the follow-up headshot. That's still pretty good. I'm not sure it's going to be good enough, but it's not really necessarily his fault.
I think, Crazy needs to back away. Even that was, I respect the attempt. It's time to back off. You've got money on Otto and Letney. They can even drop. Hunter can buy his own, so preserve the money.
Ooh. Glaive is really feeling it.
I switched my answer to Glaive.
All right. Just convinced. I don't know. I think it's... I feel like they're sort of in a league of their own. Is there anyone else we can put up there?
Alexi
B, yeah, that's true. So we got 3 of them.
I don't know if he's like still in-game leading for them at this event, but he's been a monster in the fragging department. And even before this, he was great. I don't think Astralis doesn't really have the economy to make these kinds of plays. This is a chance now for Crazy to win these last 2 rounds, especially if they win the next one. There's going to be no money on Astralis. Ooh, missed shot, jump up, the follow. The quick scope, good management. The round is still lost, but all 5 players of Astralis are gone. Yeah, their economy's fine, being that it's just 2 rounds left.
I was going to say, why are you risking the AWP? I was getting real worried about that, but they'll be fine, I guess. These are some great shots.
If they lose this, the next round, there might be a couple sketchy players, but overall, they should be okay.
Yeah. Focus is what Sonic is shouting, in case anyone can't hear it.
Didn't sound like that.
Well, it sounds similar in Danish. You gotta remember about 30% of English is Danish, so...
Huh. That's a conversation for another time. And Zipnix, Dupree, and Magus, they get a bit of a foothold out long. And they're going to hold on to it, actually, even with the smokes all around. Look at the play at the A bomb site from Crazy. Letney a deep angle in towards Upper Dark.
We spent a lot of time, Moses, stealing from the English early on.
Okay.
Sailing boats onto the shores, burning their churches, all those things.
Thieves. I feel like we should punish you for your actions in the, whatever they were, 1700s, 1600s.
Yeah, no one's ever tried to claim that, but do you think it'd be worth digging that up, maybe? Could be.
Let's bring it back.
Letney is making a great play in this round early on. He's pushed into Upper Dark with an AW. You've got to say that takes some balls, doesn't it? Otto on the other side. He's going to get the kill. Nexa dropping the bomb. They know that it's here, but Glaive will open it up again and taking down Nexa now. Surely they're not going to be ready for this. No, Glaive, even at this point, he could not see that coming. That is such a big play. Now, zip this out here. He has to get this kill immediately, and he doesn't. And yeah, that's why he was going to go down no matter what. Esperanto would have shut him down otherwise. And now it's a 1-on-3 here for the 14th round, and it feels like Crazy found a way to double down on the aggression, in fact.
I don't know if they realize where Device is or even know, and maybe Zipnix never saw Esperanto inside the bomb site because Device just books it for the plants. Esperanto pops up. That's a 6th round for Crazy, and now we look back at the previous round where, yeah, it's not going to have like this massive impact on the half overall, but due to the fact they tried to chase down Esperanto at the end and they gave up so many weapons, Device is going to be on a scout, no armor, and Dupree is going to be on a deagle with no armor and a little bit of utility. Not a lot of nades to spread around, so costly chase for Astralis just a few rounds back.
It really was. There's no other way to put it. Oh, if he repeats it, it looked like maybe there could have been a bit of a challenge there, but instead Glaive trying to commit to the fast-paced aggression early on in the rounds, and not going to get much for it. In the middle, Hunter, we'll hear them stepping on short and catwalk, so at least for a little bit, probably would have called that out. Setting up for a grenade, going to go deep. Looks like it's going to be pretty decent. Yeah, softens them a little bit. And Esperanto... Oh no, Magus will take him down right through the door.
That's not a fun fight for Esperanto. There's only one HE grenade on Astralis. This will be a real test to see if they can create a lot with a little. Magisk is forced into this fight. He can't go backwards. He's got to go forward to follow up Molotov as well. And it feels like it's just a half second away from him going down. There's the peak, and he somehow wins that. Letney was the only B defender as well, and they've done it. Somehow, maybe off the back of a few mistakes from Crazy or overextensions. But again, they've just found their way into this B bomb site with no nades. Magisk finds the 3 kills.
Oh, wow. For round number 15, obviously, no saving, so just going to be going for it. But I can't believe Magus, especially the last one. How does he get that? And he's going to pick up one more. Now the quad, the grenade will finally drop him, but what a huge impact on the round he just had. Nexa, a flashbang to set it up. He's going to put it in pretty quickly and run right into Device and that scout, and that's 9 rounds on the board for Astralis. I feel like they've stolen like 3 or 4 rounds in this first half away from Crazy.
Maybe stolen, maybe taking advantage of inexperience. And speaking of inexperience, it's going to have to be a comeback in the second half, and we'll see if these young players can do it when we return from the break.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We've got Astralis and Crazy playing on Dust 2, second map in a best of 3 here. And right now, I don't know, Astralis, I feel like you could be right. This could be an experience. It could be that Crazy have made some mistakes, but I feel like Astralis have also just plainly stolen some. We talked about the Danish stealing from the British a long time ago, but they're doing it as well to Crazy right now.
They've have had a couple rounds where, like the Glaive round where he goes out on catwalk when they were in a 5-on-4. That final round, May just getting those 4 kills, and like some of them in spectacular fashion. But part of that is mistakes. I think Crazy had a few overextensions or over rotations out of that B bomb site that left it very, very susceptible. I think Letny did a great job when he was actually in the B bomb site of defending. When he had to move out of it, he got really exploited. See how this T side goes for Crazy. Stack in middle. Oh, and I think Esperanto, he had to have heard that CZ.
Yep.
That one bullet fired, and he goes, hell no, I want absolutely nothing to do with this. And Glaive.
Wow, he's a madman, isn't he? He's been doing this.
This is so mean.
Yeah, it absolutely is. Bordering on almost bullying them. He's going to be running right up behind. Just as they're not even on the bomb site yet, and he's just joined in on the madness. He will finally go down, but it's a 2-on-3 with Dupree dropping next. Esperanto hitting some great shots, but was that a 2-for-1 on Magus?
It absolutely was.
Oh my god.
He's even laughing. And after the final round of the first half, a pair of very nice back-to-back rounds for Magisk. 10-6.
Glaive has just hit this level of aggression that's hard to deal with. Look at this. Oh my god.
That's all 4 pistol rounds in these 2 maps.
He's so surprised. He's so surprised.
All 4 pistol rounds in both these maps won by Astralis.
Yeah, that's a part of the story somewhere, isn't it? How did they do now? Crazy. This is their map. And given how good Inferno was and how solid they looked, you feel like it shouldn't be unfolding like this, at least. There should be more. Dupree spotting out one. There's a Deagle in play there on Esperanto. Don't really mind him buying that. He's been hitting great shots. He's in fact 17-8. That's impressive.
That's very impressive. He's leading the whole server by a decent amount as well. Magisk is the next closest at 13 kills. Dupree going to keep challenging with the SMG, shooting from afar, but also realizing that the danger could come from below, and Device aggressive, but doesn't want to overextend. He's not exposing himself to top mid, and Dupree just taking his time, still sticking around for these fights.
Oh, tapping away. Otto will pick up a kill. Esperanto, not a chance with the aim punch.
We noticed this on Inferno as well on the CT side. Astralis actually went aggressive on Crazy's force buys, or the second rounds when they might have deals and everything. It's almost like, why are we giving you guys time to go get picks? Let's push forward with these SMGs. Let's find some kills. Let's make sure you're not comfortable, not able to just kind of snipe away and get lucky. Otto's got the AWP out in round 3. No armor, no utility. Good maths. He has exactly the right amount of money for it.
Maths is important. Hashtag gang gang. It's round number 18, ladies and gentlemen.
I have the hat.
I know you have the hat. I think it's great. I appreciate it. 11-6, and honestly, I don't know, Crazy. It's time to wake up. It's really time to wake up now. I think they can turn this. I think this can still work out in their favor, but it's like they've accumulated some sort of rust here, and now they need to break out of that and just find a way to get this machine up and running again, because otherwise it's going to be upsetting. Winning this map would be really something, and then going to a third one, which would be on Vertigo. Who knows?
Yeah, well, I mean, if you're Astralis, you want to avoid that at all costs. Like, there's no reason for Astralis to want to play Vertigo against this team, so yeah, you might have practiced it, but them as well as the underdogs. Here we go, push up. Dupree gonna peek with that flashbang, gets the first kill. Nexa commits to it, finds the trade. It's just Magus inside the big offset, but there's no pressure from Halls. It all comes from window, and it all comes out on top for Crazy.
Well done. The UMP there in CT spawn, the MP9 up at the scaffolding. Kind of hard to make a lot happen with that, even if that was a fun flashbang being rolled off.
That was cool.
But not cool enough, I guess.
Well, it got him one.
It did get him one. Yeah, all right. I feel sort of lukewarm about that. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, Device has given up his position. It's a shot he probably didn't really want his. Didn't really want to take.
Yeah, it's the muscle memory kicking in.
Yeah, that's like his brain saying no and his finger just doing it anyways.
It's like a cat with one of those laser pointers. He's like, he just...
I know this is just something, I know this isn't a real thing, but I'm going to go for it anyways, and Device is down.
I mean, again... I don't know what would happen. Like, I've told this story a couple of times. We had, like, one of those ROG events in Finland at one point.
Right,
and I swear
in Helsinki, I believe.
Yeah, in Helsinki. There was only, like, 75 Finnish people there, but it sounded like there was 2,000 of them. So what would happen if you had 2,000? Like, I can't even imagine. You don't think it because you look at how the Finnish players generally sort of, you know, don't react too much to anything, but as an audience, they're amazing, and they have that whole hockey culture. I'm telling you, this is got to happen at some point soon.
It sounds like such a magical thing for a fake country.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? You could hardly believe. Maybe they're all actors. Maybe that's why they're good at it.
I think so. Dupree peering up towards the top. He's been aggressive all early stages of this half. Didn't want to go for the timing shot. And it felt like he had to go because he was sticking around for it. And Otto's got the angle now, and Device walks into it, but he's baited him in.
Well worth
bait
it.
and switch.
Yeah. Really well done. Sip going to be falling back. Did not want to take the fight. Luring them in a little bit. The grenade does a tiny bit. This is UMP, though. Hunter's very uncomfortable out in the open. That's never fun. Even if they only have a USP, just the duck and strafe situation is always a little bit uncomfortable. But now it's a 3-on-4, and Hunter's done enough here to at least secure the bomb plant.
I'm wondering if Astralis, how committed they're going to be to this smoke on Catwalk. I don't think anyone's going to want to go through that. Letney's creeping up close to it. Nexus wrapping from behind. And they made her call the save right now, which is perfect timing. Xipnix is going to fall. That's the second op they wanted to save. Magus will get that and bail out. Not as good of an outcome as you could ask for as Astralis. I was wondering if they were going to call for that save or actually go for it.
Yeah.
Out of money in a force buy situation and somehow finding a double op from it.
Yeah, this is where, I mean, this is supposed to be one of the strengths of Astralis, right? Is to make these calls and you know, have an economic lead later on, all those things. I think that's important.
Well, now Astralis has another decision to make. Do they want to force around these two ops? Because they're two pretty powerful weapons to have, and you can put CZs and utility next to them, or Deagles and utility next to them. But on the other hand, you can still do it with just the ops. If a couple of these USPs just buy flashbangs and play the buddy system, you can find your oppers some very advantageous peaks. See how aggressive they want to be with those two saved weapons. Odds are getting closer.
They are getting ever so closer. I think they were, or is it like 6 or 9 or something in the something up there. Boost up on Catwalk with one of the AWPs over at long. Oh no, I mean, he just peaked an inch longer Device basically than he was expecting. And Dupree taking down Hunter. That is really getting the maximum efficiency out of saving 2 AWPs, isn't it?
I almost feel like Crazy needs to make a call like immediately.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to be edging around now. I mean, there's still 3 Deagles in play, and someone like Magus been known to hit some crazy Deagle shots in the past. Oh man, how many rounds can they steal, Astralis, before?
A lot.
Before we call the police.
Let's see if they have another one in them. If Crazy ends up going to this B bomb site, it's just Glaive and Mage's Kier with the Deagles. Dupree with the other op is peering towards Catwalk. Device is still at long. Ooh. I think Esperano spotted that jump, and Xipnix, he's trying to get some information. He's calling out that no one is creeping up close to the B bomb site. And follow-up smoke, a bit unfortunate for Xipnix's position.
Device running in long with the AWP. 1 kill here could do it. He's going to take down a player, and they almost line up for him, and now they're in trouble. And Device absolutely picking their entire team apart here. Sip goes down, but ultimately it doesn't matter. Quad kill for Device. And this has been such a different game for him than the start of Inferno, where he was really absent.
That's just Crazy dying to indecision.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to really know what to do in that situation, but a 5-on-3 in that scenario, Astralis isn't going to make those mistakes anymore. They're not going to be pushing out looking for fights. They're going to force you to commit somewhere. They had full map control. Now they've got 3 ops. Not always the greatest when you have to retake on Dust 2. But as we saw in the previous round, like, if you can't get past the ops, like, it doesn't really matter. All 4 players for Crazy heading towards Upper Dark.
Oh, Device. Oh, this is. I'm getting real nervous watching that.
I'm fine with it.
Yeah, you're fine with it. You might be crazy too, Moses.
Absolutely. See him get something. Smoke's gonna fade soon, so he's gonna start creeping back towards Catwalk. But Esperanto, if he's slow, Device...
I can't believe it. I can't believe that nothing came of that. As soon as he fails that first jump up on the box, oh wow. Esperanto, that kind of opening. Let's get more of those. He's almost imitating Glaive at this point, just running onto the bomb site and nearly catching one. Device now back in action, but they definitely know re-peeking here could be hard if you're down on long.
Well, they also know 2 at long. There's no one in CT spawn. Esperanto going to peek down at him. Device with one more pick into the bomb site. Esperanto still just challenging everywhere across the map. Now, 3-on-4 retake for Astralis and weakened weaponry for Crazy, but this is still going to be difficult. Double up setup. Zipnik's the only rifle. If he goes down, I think they just have to quit.
Well, they're going to get one. Oh my god, a headshot and a half there. Auto coming in with the flank. That's really good. But now they know Hunter over at Walk, and at least they're going to get that kill. Device got Auto down in middle. He has a smoke and a defuse kit. He's going to go for it with a deagle instead. Hunter will close out the round, and Crazy pick it up. Thanks to Esperanto and that early push.
I think it was actually Glaive who got the most screwed out of that round for Astralis, because Device just falls back from catwalk and he says it's clear. I didn't see anyone in mid. I saw no one at top mid. I saw no one on catwalk. And, you know, I didn't hear or feel any pressure whatsoever. So Glaive is pushing forward to try and get a better spot, and Esperanto just turns the corner. Device never knew he was actually that close.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. And remember, they stole those 2 AWPs, and then they had a third one there, but that means their economy, well, you could see Astralis back to pistols here. Now the game is really open again. Great move from Crazy, great recovery. What could have been nearly a lost map, I would have said at some point here. Could have been like, you know, 14-7 instead, and then Astralis would have been right on the edge, but they managed to turn it around. Hunter doing a good job here.
He's been burned a couple times by aggression from Glaive in this game, so he's going to immediately go back and check the flank from long. Letney takes point on entering into the A bomb site. It'll be a plant. Magus, Dupree, and Zipnik's looking for any kills at the end, any weapon they can snatch away. But nothing too close by.
Not really. How are things in the other game?
Not as well as some of us would like. It is 11-10 in the favor of Team Liquid. They've switched over to the CT side of Mirage. That's on the B stream. Starladder _CS_EN2.
Yeah, definitely got here. That's Matt in chat that are casting over on that one. So
yes, it is. I can hear Matt's voice.
They are having a good time, I think. So ultimately,
this here is a 2-1 match, so the teams don't get knocked out. The Liquid North is a 1-2 match, so whichever team loses that is out of the major.
Really hard to actually believe, isn't it? Okay, Crazy. They've made a pretty good sort of late stage comeback here. It looked to me like they're about to lose control of the game, but now it's 10-12, which means pretty much anything can happen. They have a slightly better economy, Crazy. It's not so good that they're just cruising along, but obviously better than on the Danish side. And what can they make of it?
This can come to a crashing halt as well. Device with that AWP still. He's been so good. Smoke on Xbox is going to give him the cover. One jump down, and he wants to back away from this aggression. And oh, it's so tense. Flashbang is out. There's no chance he's getting away. Does get one with the no-scope. Beautiful work to even get that from Device. But now it gets worse. Nexa with 2 entries.
Yeah, pushing out long is Magus. That might be a slightly mad move, but oh, they lose Sip in the middle. Magus, he has to get a double kill here, and he has to get it really quickly. There's going to be one following up and taking down Otto, but the bomb is still up at the A bomb site. At least they're still competitive in the round. If not for Magus, oh, he's going to run through, trying to catch Hunter, and he will. Magus on an absolute tear. The grenade will finally end him, but that is a play and a half.
He even threw that nade at the end that brings Letney down to 53. It's all on Dupree coming from CT spawn, rotating over from the B-bomb site.
They know where he is as well. Magus could have called that out. Letney's got the AK. 1 bullet is enough to take down Dupree. The spray as he jumps. Letney got to be able to pick it up in spite of the health deficit. Oh man, that is a huge win for Crazy. Again, Astralis have stolen so many rounds. This one not going to be given away.
Magus almost did it again, though.
Yeah, he almost did it.
I wonder if Dupree made a footstep right at the end, because it didn't look like Letney was going to turn in that direction at all. He seemed pretty convinced on catwalk and then just snapped over.
Yeah, do you think Dupree was jumping to try and see if he was crouched in the back up at the plateau?
It might have been.
But jumping in that scenario instant death, isn't it? Double grenade over at long here. Gonna be doing and actually a lot of damage, but they still have only USPs and the Deagle. Surely, Moses, this won't be a problem.
You'd like to think so. We've seen crazier things happen with Astralis in these situations. A Deagle out towards long. If Crazy dropped this round here, that'd be so backbreaking. They're on a 3-round run. 5 of the last 6 have gone in their favor. Again, losing the pistol, but been dominant in the gun rounds on this offensive side of Dust 2.
Hunter should be able to get this kill, no problem. Deagle, actually, the peak. 2 peaks there, or 2 targets at the same time. And now the grenades on top, and they are doing a good job.
The only round that Astralis has won in this half is the one where they saved the 2 AWPs. It was 2 AWPs and like 4 or 3 Deagles or something like that, and the Alps got all 4 kills. Device, or all 5 kills. Device with a 4K.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It's kind of worrying, though.
It is kind of worrying. Could easily be that Crazy are going to make it all the way back. Tying up the scoreline is what they're about to do, making it 12-12. And surviving so far at least, and probably will be all around with all 5 members alive. Which is also good news.
Yeah, now their money starts to feel a lot better. You can see Otto with 8,200, and all they're doing is rebuying utilities, so not spending a whole lot into this next round. Timeout called by Astralis. They're first to talk things over. Another investment from them coming in. The op, you have to imagine, going to be on Device's hands, and indeed it will, with light armor.
And you said earlier, I mean, that double up was what gave them a lot to work with. So it did make sense if they would try and reinvest into it, even if they can't steal one. 25th round here. Some of this has been way too close.
We still have Esperanto leading the server, and you mentioned it earlier, big point brought up on the desk that they were going to need him to perform, and he's answered that call. 23 and 13 so far in this game. Been involved in some entries. But it's a pretty spread affair. Everyone from Crazy playing well. Same with Astralis. 17-11 is the spread on frags from top to bottom.
Yeah, it's not too bad, is it?
But they've lost control to some degree. And the reason why this is extended break, you can see on your screen, after the Astralis pause and timeout, it is now Crazy who is called for one.
Interesting.
And they can stack as many as they want, Anders. If you want 2 minutes to chat, you can take all 4 timeouts in one go.
Has anyone ever tried that?
I don't think so.
Just in case you really wanted to finish a conversation. No, gotta be careful about having some left for later, just in case. Otto takes a shot. There is a challenge, or potentially challenge down here for Device. He's thinking about it, waiting until he sees the timing, and I think that's exactly the sign for somebody running down the suicide lane there, but doesn't get the shot. Grenade down into lower dark, though, and a follow-up as well. That is just so much damage, isn't it?
That was a huge area victory for Astralis on Inferno, is just the massive disparity between utility damage between the 2 teams coming into effect here. All 5 players in middle and catwalk, 4 actually on catwalk with Letny behind Xbox.
I feel like a couple of rounds now where Astralis have tried to push out long, it's actually, they've had a full opening for it. Maybe they can start realizing that as well at some point and just say, oh, you know what, we actually get out long pretty easily. Yeah,
it's such a bold call to make on the CT side, though, to do that on a consistent basis. Dupree's close enough to where if there's action somewhere else, he could actually go for it, but again, you never know if someone's behind one of the doors. Double Molotov on towards catwalk. Hunter and Nexa can step forward into safety just barely.
And then a pretty deep smoke to buy some more time. Another grenade. This one doesn't connect nearly as well, but they are still very low on health. And I think the result of that is that they just need to get some big opening kills. That wasn't going to be one of them. Letny trying to make a big play for his team. Can they get anything else done here? Up on the catwalk. The flashbangs are so good. The damage on top, and Glaive and Sip will just tear them apart on the approach to the bomb site. Otto falls last, and that will be Astralis winning a 13th round finally on their own bye, and Crazy are going to be excited about the fact that they managed to save some money, because otherwise, again, this game is so close towards the end of the map that any mistake, and especially if you run out of money, that could be it.
They can't get stalled out like that again, though. I mean, this is just, what, over a minute of the round where they're just sat on catwalk in a very narrow choke point, taking nade damage here and there. Need to get them out into the open a little bit better to find some of the picks to give them a man advantage. Letney might be able to provide it here. He gets to the corner just a half second late and gets out before taking a whole lot of damage. Only down to 98 from the Molotov. Not even worth mentioning, really.
It's fine. We got to talk about something, right? Maybe Device and the AWP to take down next. That's a topic worth discussing. Hunter did take down Dupree and Esperanto. I think almost running into a bit of trouble there, but now over at the B bomb side, Magisk is alone, and they're going to be pushing in behind him as well. He desperately needs some kind of backup here. They're coming in through the window. He's in a lot of trouble there. Shooting through as well. He gets a kill on Otto somehow.
Oh, Letney, big fight, but he can't handle the spam through the door. It's Zipnix to come out on top. Now, Astralis in the first half won a number of these. Man down, holding at a post plan at the B bomb site. Hunter and Esperanto have to match that right now.
2-on-3. Again, the benefit is they're inside of the B bomb side. They have a Molotov still left. That's going to go upper where currently nobody is coming from. So all it does is buy them a couple of seconds of maybe security. They flash their way out, but Glaive is ready and Hunter is down. And now it's all on Esperanto. He's been so big for them on this map, but this is an almost impossible task. They're coming in from every angle. He's waiting, buying time. He's going to pick up one and another angle. Device will finally take him down, and they're going to be on the bomb.
No.
Oh, no.
No, there's no time. They have no... Device has a kit. They didn't get on it quick enough.
They could, I think, if they had made that choice instantly, I think they would have had it.
Device took a long route to clear out the bomb site, and Crazy get a gift.
Well, they also would have bumped into each other. I can't believe it. That definitely looked like they had enough time, if not for the fact that they were going to be blocking each other, and it was the wrong person on the bomb initially.
Somewhere, all of G2 is watching this and just laughing.
Well, a justified kind of laughter, right? Wow, that's massive. Crazy and Astralis now. Things started to look real interesting.
13-13 down the stretch. Both teams in a lot of economic distress. But these rounds, that last round looked much better for Crazy, much more suited to their strengths. Getting into the open, Magisk, he's not prepared. He had an 8 out, he gets caught with the timing, and this is a contact. Oh, Device! I thought it was Dupree. They both tagged him through the door, Nexa in middle, trying to cut things off. Gonna spot one towards C-spawn. If he gets this, that'd be absolutely incredible. Too tough of a fight, but still an advantage for Crazy, who can just try and hold on to this B bomb site. They've got 2 smokes as well for the choke points.
They've gone for a very, very quick bomb plant here, so the time, I mean, we just saw what it did last round to Astralis, and they know it as well. They're going to be backing on out. It is just not worth it. Save the double orb. That's going to be a 14th round for Crazy. They knew Magisk was alone in that bomb site last time. They say, you know what, he might just be there again. Let's shut him down.
Part of that has been the pressure that Dupree has been applying in middle. We've seen him a lot of rounds. First early on with the USP and the SMGs and the save rounds. We've seen him do it a couple of times with the AWP, peeking in towards that crack and towards Xbox. Crazy must have noticed the trend. Still, for Device and Dupree to both hit those shots as they jump the door.
$14-13.
Look at the way these rounds have played out. There's only
This very definition of teamwork, isn't it?
no, but like look at the score of who's won which rounds. It's Astralis who wins 1 and lose 4. They won 1 and then they've lost the last 2 in a row to bomb plants.
Yeah.
This defense at the moment is a sieve.
Running out. That's the bomb down, but he's reloading, and they're all flashed over it long. This could be turned for Crazy, but I'm not sure anyone can see anything right now. And looks like Astralis are just barely going to escape that whole scenario. That is so risky when one is reloading and everybody's flashed. Now they've got the man lead and probably should try and avoid giving that back to Crazy at all cost here.
Otto's going to have a big role to play with his AWP because they don't have enough utility or flashbangs to kind of allow everyone to just kind of push up. He's got to cover them from the top. Here come the smokes for the cross. Letney still in middle. But with 3 defenders here, and it looks like only 1 to 2 players, Hunter and Esperanto are going to commit to the A bomb site. I'm not sure if they have enough, and that's going to help. Glaive gets impatient, but a gap in the smoke might allow Zipnix. Actually, Hunter wants that fight. He goes back for it, and he takes so much damage. That's Esperanto down, but Otto is providing support from afar.
You said it. He had a big role to play, and now creeping in the middle here. Letney. Device is going to spot it out. That's some heads-up play for Device all on his own. Magisk coming in, crouching in to see if he can help out. He almost catches Letney, but he's He's around the corner. Can he make it out to Long? He's still alive somehow, and they have to give up on hunting him. They can't really do that. Otto already with a double. He might just be the man to clear this round and give them that point. Hunter with a headshot as well. The deep grenade, but they're running out of time quickly here, Astralis. They need to move lightning fast for this to even make any sense at all. Otto, close range, a third kill before they finally bring him down. And now it's Ledney. Oh, Device will take him down in the turnaround. A miraculous shot.
That is a pure guess. That is just desperation. It's the only shot he can take.
That would have been mission impossible for anybody but Tom Cruise. I mean, this is out of control.
Well, that is probably the biggest theft we've seen. Highway robbery, all the above.
Thieving Danes. Just stealing rounds all over the board. I don't think they should have won that round, Mos. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know how they won that round.
Otto has got to feel like he just got kicked in the balls. That, like, to do all that work to get into the site and have it taken from you in that fashion. He sees nothing.
No,
I mean, maybe he saw the head on his screen, but from our view, it looks like he saw absolutely nothing, and he just says he's got to be close up to the smoke. And that defuse was so close. If he doesn't hit that,
I don't think he could have seen anything. I'm going to say it now. I doubt it.
Well, 14-14 doesn't get much closer.
Oh, and they're going to run out of money if they lose this round.
Both teams will.
Both teams, you're right. So either probably a third map or a truly heartbreaking loss for Crazy.
Yeah, just the way that the economy is, it does not look like overtime is really a possibility. Whoever loses this is kind of a tough buy, unless Astralis gets some kind of, like, they could just save some weapons, maybe come back and do it in that fashion.
Well...
And look at this.
Oh, wow.
A very big shift in the defense towards the B-bomb site. Dupree in the window with an AWP. Zipnik's on the rafters right outside to cover him. Esperanto and Letton, don't have a chance here.
No, they know they've been exploiting the fact that Megas has been alone, and this time instead they put 3 people on the bomb site. Zip peeking middle. That means they probably have a bit of an idea where the rest are here. 3 versus 4.
Glaive again is flanked out long.
Yeah, but that's the other thing that we were talking about, just being exploited. He's going to go back, but still, think of the loss of map control for Crazy, just realizing that.
He was spotted. That's why he's running away, but Zipnix is going to try and find a cheeky kill and make a little bit of cheese when he knows likely the attention from Crazy is pulled away. 50 seconds and Glaive is still in prime position for another big flank out long. And look at how worried Crazy is.
They have 0 grenades.
0 grenades and a MAC-10.
Run boost to MAC-10. Long.
I'm in.
Or catwalk. I think that actually is a good idea. They're going to do it. Device. So you need the orb to peek afterwards. Midday, he legs him, but they do a fair bit of damage. He's going to smoke it off to try and buy some time. Only 20 seconds left. They need to clear the bomb site and get the bomb plant down really fast, and they don't even clear it. Did they just go for the plant immediately? Quick kill for Device. Next and last. Oh, he's going to get the one in return there. Nice shot from Glaive, and now it's all on Otto. 1 versus 3, and Dupree will drop him. That's 15 rounds for Astralis, and that is the bank wrecked for Crazy. I don't even know.
I think even with that run boost, I think they dinked Device. I don't know if it was Hunter with the MAC-10, but I think he dinked him in the air.
Oh god, if we see a replay and it's Hunter in the end, that's
well, because it only brought him to like 60 HP, so I have to assume it was the MAC-10.
Yeah, which must have been.
Maybe the AK threw a box or the wall. Either way, Astralis on the back of that miraculous clutch from Device.
And
was it Get Right against TSM that had that? Was it TSM that was on the losing end of that one in the bomb site on Dust 2 when Get Right shot the op through the box at Gandalf?
I think it was, yeah.
So a little bit of a
just trying to hide for time.
Destiny coming back to give him a helping hand. 15-14. And as we mentioned, not a whole lot of money for Crazy to fight with. That plant helps out as much as it possibly can, but it's not going to be pretty when you get this back on your screen.
Just live translation of what Sonic was saying. Time to cleave them now. So
time to cleave them. What does that mean?
It's like a Danish thing. Cleave. It's hard to translate. Cleave is the best I can do. Cleave them in half, kind of thing, you know.
Okay. Well, we're getting gruesome here at the Berlin Major.
I've got that whole Viking thing going on.
Yeah, right. That's a theme. I like it. When are we getting them dressed up in Viking helmets to walk out on stage?
That would be a good. You know, you've got Marvel stuff over on the Liquid side. Maybe we could do that.
Call up AMC.
15-14, the rush coming out middle. It's going to be really quick here. Crazy trying to hold on to this Spectre 3 and maybe get us into overtime. Civ not going to get much. The grenade is too late, but Dupree, he hit 2 with that shot. Esperanto very low on health, and now the Mac 10s getting a bit closer. I'm not sure it's going to be enough this time around. Astralis, they may have found enough damage. Magus inside with the... Oh no! Nexa coming through the window!
Oh, look at
and
this.
Hunter's waiting. The right timing could be everything. Maybe Crazy have found a way to do this after all. The bomb is going to be planted. Sip sneaking in on one side. And is he going to be good enough for it? Nexa, briefly looking at it, it's going to set up the grenade. That does reveal his position, and he gets the kill as well. Nexa, that's a beautiful shot. And now it's all on Glaive. 1 versus 3. Hunter waiting this whole time, and Glaive is mildly paranoid about the opportunity that maybe someone could be there. It's going to be Molotov at the back, touches nobody. Now he's being flanked. Hunter going to shut him down, and absolutely this should, and it will be, overtime between Crazy and Astralis on map number 2. What an incredible round here for Crazy to win.
They've done it with Mac 10s, and true to his name, Hunter was hunting Glaive from that moment on Catwalk, just backing away, biding his time. What an incredibly gutsy win from Crazy, attacking the B bomb site, Mac 10s, trying to juggle aggression, trying to break your way in with very little utility. Here we go indeed. Another overtime for Astralis, who have come into this major struggling.
Man, that is hard to believe, isn't it? Everything lined up. The economy cracked. Astralis with the early damage. That shot from Dupree, it was all right there. And now we're in overtime. First to 19 as they creep out long and into lower dark. And I was going to say that lower dark push was looking like it could be a little bit scary, but now they got long control. They might change their minds. Saying, all right, fine.
Yeah, well, Crazy has to be very careful about these ops. They've been picked off a number of times with him. Various different angles. Aggression on Catwalk, aggression in middle with Device. Dupree watching long from Catwalk as well. Very mid-centric defense, and it doesn't matter to Hunter. He does get the first, but Glaive returns the favor, and now they can all turn their attention. They know mid is clear. They know where the next part of this hit is coming from, and Crazy's not backing down.
Well, they got to be careful. Last time they actually peeked into the orb of auto, and that really was a mistake, so they need to make sure to not do that. Going to be smoking off defensively. Molotov at the ramp to buy some more time, and Glaive pushing over inside of all that confusion. Wants to get even closer. Now he's hiding inside of the smoke on top of the box. I can't even really believe it. They're getting real close now, and no one can help out Glaive. He's going to be going down. Dupree finding an angle for a shot there on Nexa, but it's still a 3-on-3. The Molotov, yeah, it's going to do some damage, actually. A lot of damage. Oh, Ledney still able to get the shot on Magisk.
And they have an op. They have Otto watching long with the AWP. He's pulled his attention away. He needs to just go back. Let your teammates handle the rest of it. This is the only thing that can really ruin you, and I think Dupree and Device have called it off.
Yeah.
Or perhaps they're actually going to go for it just back towards Catwalk.
Surely not.
I can't imagine. He's just trying to get a different weapon, I guess? AWP, maybe?
I don't know. So much time had already passed to that point. Yeah, I'm going to try and go for the double orb, but yep. That is... I don't know.
Oh, Device, don't do that. You've already made the call to save. Don't lose it! That's a terrible decision, and that could come back to haunt them.
It definitely could on the economy, and also maybe on the sort of feeling of the team, right? Like, that's not something we normally see them do. That long push has been working out a number of times. For one thing is Crazy actually get long relatively for free, but also Glaive, who's been pretty good otherwise, it seems like they're not quite sure how to deal with it. Like, he's sort of inside the bomb site, and it's hard for him to have much of an impact.
And so that defense always, makes me feel uncomfortable, just because I feel like it is one of those things that makes sense in theory. It's like the actual application of like guarding long from Catwalk. It makes things so difficult with such a tight choke point and 2 to 3 players there. Glaive actually took so much damage, I think, running through maybe his own Molotov, maybe a teammate's Molotov to get to that position. Now he's going to go down again with no impact. Nice flashbang from Letney to help Hunter. And Magisk and Dupree pushing upper dark, but Nexa, he's here, he can spot this.
That's a critical kill to take down Nexa there in lower dark, otherwise they were going to be in trouble, but it's back to the A bomb side, and it's been working, so I can't really blame them. Esperanto up on catwalk while the rest are pushing long. Device about to be in such a lot of trouble. They clear that long corner. Sip is down there helping him out, but he's just going to get this one. Can you see the leg? Can you see anything at all? They're right next to each other. This is the round, more or less, just on this one engagement. And they're falling back from long. Device will get the kill, and actually, no, they're pushing up. They're already on the ramp, but he gets a critical one. Now, boosting to look over Dupree and Letney, who's been great otherwise. He did not see that coming, and he has to back it out for a second. Oh, the Molotov almost gets the kill. Device takes down Hunter, and now Otto and Letney. They needed that bomb plant very quickly. Now they might be in trouble.
Look at the HP. Letney's low as well, and the op on Otto, he's full HP, so maybe the health from Astralis really don't matter in the end. One flashbang on Magus. The big thing is Device on this flank. They're not aware of it just yet. Otto might go down for free. Tapping away. Device finds the kill. 5 health on him, but Letney can still do this.
He's alone. He saved them once before. He's going to get the kill, Dupree. He's only a couple of bullets away. It could definitely work out. Creeping in now. Dupree does not have a kit kicked up. They need to do this, and Letney, he's just hiding, cleverly waiting, letting Dupree come to him instead. And with that all gone the other side, Letney going to be standing up. He's really exposed somehow. He's still alive. And finally, he does go down. And Dupree going to hold it in without the kit. A full 10-second defuse here. Oh, man, it is so scary. They nearly lose that 3 versus 1. They're barely going to get it. And a thumbs up, I think, at the end for Dupree.
Well, they also, I mean, it's important that Dupree wins that as well, just because if he loses it, that's where you get the real punish for Devices over Peak after the first round. That's when the economy of the CT side just cannot manage to buy any rifles. So it's just an important win for so many reasons on the side of Dupree. 16-16. This is turning very brawly.
It absolutely is. Otto. Just a timed shot. In case. Flashbangs out the middle. Zip just holding in mouse 1. And that is going to pay off. Oh, and look at Glaive. They try and come through over long and they don't check the corner. That could really be something.
It's had a tough couple of rounds, though. Glaive. We'll see if he can pick it up here in this third round of overtime in the first half. Switch sides after this. One pop flash coming out, but Device is here, and he's taken down already. They do clear it. Quick pair of entries for Crazy, and Zipnik's almost considered long, but wants nothing to do with it at the end of the day.
4 versus 3 for the retake, and obviously they're going to switch halves after this one, so you might as well go for it.
That's actually cool. I think they threw a Molotov there just so Hunter could get the perfect smoke so they could cross.
Yeah. That does help out a little bit. They're going to try and go for a similar boost as the last time. Spotting out Nexa and getting the kill as well. Did take a lot of damage for Esperanto. Ducking down under the car. Oh, wow. Hunter. They stack up right in front of him somehow. And that means Dupree's in a 1 versus 3. And he knows where Esperanto is, but otherwise it's nearly impossible. The car providing no cover, and Hunter will finish the round with a nice triple kill. 17-16 in favor of Crazy.
What a phenomenal lurk and support situation for Hunter to get a triple kill in, just helping his teammates come up long, and they have really found that to be, you know, a round-winning strategy late in this game.
Yeah.
Towards the end of regulation, now in overtime, that long A just creep up.
Well, think about the other exploit that they were using Crazy was the fact that Magus was alone at B, and when they made that adjustment and said, okay, well, we're going to be more heavily stacked on B, then they just said, fine, we take long, we take catwalk, and Otto was so good with the AWP, and it's just going to work out. And Glaive is a little bit confused on the A-bomb side, maybe. I love this adjustment from Crazy. I
don't think Glaive got a kill in overtime. He was dropped first in the second round. He was dropped second there on the entry out long, and in the first, it was the craziness of that AXQ where he just burned. So over at that A-bomb side, he went for 0 for 3 in this first half of overtime. Switching sides, 10K start money as well. 17-16, magic number. You'd know it if you were tuned in yesterday for 5 overtimes, but it is 19.
5 overtimes was good.
We almost got to sextuple overtime, which is my favorite of the overtimes.
Yeah, I'm not surprised, Moses. Well, now they're on the T side. Astralis, Device, pretty quick with the AWP. Going to take a little bit of damage for an attempted shot. Zip quickly out the middle, and he's going to absolutely catch Esperanto. And what a play to take down early on.
I like that. It seems like Astralis has taken the leash off a little bit, letting players make individual plays like this. Glaive out catwalk very fast. These timings were really successful in regulation at Hunter. He's got to pick up the pieces, and he's just narrowly missing. Smoke to put out the flames, and it doesn't happen quick enough, but they're already decimated. Astralis ties things up at 17.
Well, that is what was working in regulation as well for Astralis, wasn't it? Just Glaive proved it a number of rounds, just being very, very quick and trying to catch Crazy off guard. That is huge.
And you have to know he's telling his teammates, maybe during a timeout at some point in regulation, maybe between the overtimes where he's just like, we've been able to be very, very aggressive and get to points on the map before they expect it. We've seen it out mid in that previous round from Zipnix. We've seen it up Catwalk a couple times. Crazy gonna have to, I think that might be why Hunter is coming so close towards mid, to stop any kind of mid player, to listen for any fast Catwalk play.
A little bit boxed in. He's right on the other side. If he stands up right now, Device, oh, that's going to be a free kill. Nicely done on Hunter. 29 on him right now. He's doing so much for his team.
28 on Esperanto, 26 on Device, and 24 on Dupree. A classic Device-Dupree combination.
The last Kovac, I believe, in the tournament.
I believe you are correct.
Sounds like the name of a movie, doesn't it?
The Last Kovac?
Yeah. Alright, the double smoke there. Counter Molotov to do a bit of damage. The grenade not quite following up, but now they're going to be flashing their way through. Ooh, a little bit of panic. Looked like Ledney was about to shoot a teammate, but this defense is working beautifully in the middle. It is a 2-on-4 at the moment, and I'm not sure much can be done. 1-on-4 now for Sip. So this should be an 18th round for Crazy.
Don't say that. How many times, even 1-on-4s, you feel like he just gets that first and he just realizes everything that's happening around him.
Yeah, that's why you really hope that. I mean, it's good to see Crazy not get overzealous and run for it.
Crazy has a chance here to bring us to map 3. One chance. That's not. Yeah. Okay.
What face is that? What happened on your monitor when you get that face?
Checking your browser history.
Oh, wow, yeah. There we go. Oh, leg shot on Ledney. There was a world, Moses, where you said your browser history, and then you just put it on me. You know?
Yeah.
It's pretty rough.
Gotta turn those things around. I'm wise to your games at this point.
We've got to come up with something better then.
Ledney is going to be on platform with the AWP. Otto, the other op for the defense, over at the A bomb site. Catwalk will at least be the initial point of attack. See how committed they are to it, but at the moment, taking things slow, push back any presence from Crazy.
Pretty good spread right now on the CT side in terms of covering pretty much all bases. They have given up on long, but it's not something Astralis have been very good to exploit yet, and feels like they're going to bring the bomb back on the other side, so...
It's a very odd A defense at the moment, although Otto is now repositioning. Nexa over and Goose. Otto at long with the op. This is going to be a mid to B split. Esperanto is going to be called upon, so will Hunter and Ledney.
They might try and... No, not quite. Just wondering if they're going to try and smoke off the door to Ledney, but Esperanto coming through, can't see a single thing, and Ledney goes down. He was already very soft early on, 30 health from the shot in middle, and Hunter falls. Glaive is going to get the kill, and we are definitely headed to double overtime here. 2-on-5 with the bomb down and B. That has almost never been done before, especially when you've got one orb. Could maybe swap it out, but again, they would actually need for Astralis to make a big mistake here for this to work. And Glaive finding a third kill, and a bullet away from finding the last one as well. Otto doing a credible job at least, but he's on 1 health. And crossing the middle, 2 people waiting for him. Overtime ×2 now. That's not bad. We're heading there.
What's up with the Finns and all of a sudden just injecting Counter-Strike with incredible players?
I don't know.
Where'd that come from?
I don't know. I had a tweet that predicted it. You know, I'm quite happy about that one. I feel like the reason why I even made that tweet to begin with, maybe I should say, it was largely due to the fact that I do spend some of my time talking to Natu and listening to all of the all of the cool stuff that's happening in Finland, especially at like a college university level. They have a lot of sort of gaming and esports related programs. There's a lot of sort of grassroots pushes to building Finnish esports. And to me, even just having that level and having people that are interested in doing that, like summer camps where people go to play Counter-Strike, I thought, you know what, even if you invest into that kind of thing, then it's going to happen down the road.
Eventually, someone.
Yeah. So I think that's super awesome, and I'm excited to see some of the results of it. Could be even more, I think, but yeah, it's a great start.
18-18, double overtime. Magic number now being 22. For a victory contact play, they put out the Molotov early. They run right into the B bomb site. Flashbang is out, and somehow both defenders have survived. Can they get any kills is the question. Letney's got 2. He sprays them down. Another flashbang comes in. It's still just Letney, but all of his teammates have arrived just in the right moment, and now Astralis never able to make it out of the choke point. Device never able to get involved. It should be a 19th for Crazy.
Yeah, this was a god defense from Letney. Absolutely. That flashbang to set himself up for a double kill. But I've got to say, that's one of those things that I don't normally see Astralis do. I realized they did get heavily grenaded, but 4 people were more or less just strafing around at the edge of the smoke. Like flashbangs or not, that can't happen, right?
Yeah.
Like someone, you've got to make sure that people start to run out of that. Maybe you stop for like a second and a half to look at the door, but then you've got to move on, right?
Especially if you're putting the Molotov out with the smoke.
Yeah.
Like that's got to be well known in the strategy. Like, all right, boys, it's flip a coin. Hunter on the other side of the double doors. Letney alone in the B bomb site. Maybe they felt that defense was sufficient to scare Astralis away. They'd be correct for the moment. Op to back up Hunter. That's a great shot. He just gets in a position at the right moment.
Hunter ready and waiting. Magus got to walk right into it. Oh, this is looking so good here early on in the first half of second overtime. First 22 now.
Yeah, Magus got baited into that play.
Yeah.
Hunter was waiting for that the whole time. Couldn't have gone better. And now Crazy can just sit back into the bomb sites, play the turtle strategy. Hunter's not quite there, still in middle, peeking towards doors, but at this point you just let Astralis commit to a bomb site. You play the man advantage.
They have to get clean entries, pretty much losing nothing, and it's not clean at all. They walk right into a devastating AG grenade. Now they're trying to see if they could get the jump down, and he was flashed for a while, but just a second too short there as Otto picks up the kill, and he's going to finish the round as well. Triple for him once again, 20-18 in favor of Crazy.
That's such great teamwork. Otto had the same idea I did. He is just staying at ramp, not even looking towards catwalk, just looking towards spawn, knowing there was going to have to be a drop, and as soon as that kill comes in, the flash from the long player, both Otto and the player in Goose Peak able to shut things down. 20-18. The buy coming out for Astralis. Mac 10 on Magisk. Galil on Device.
Rushing long with limited weapons, the flashes, but smart for Crazy. Just quickly giving up on it. A parting grenade, which Magus going to run right into, and now Otto. Quick kill. Ooh, in the middle, Glaive going to pick up 2 kills. That's pretty big. That might give them a slight chance here, Astralis, to recover a round in this half, which they need.
Well, Letney needs to get back into that B bomb site. Readjusting his position is Glaive, who's already got 2 kills. Oh my lord, that is the luckiest timing. I cannot believe Glaive just jumped without caring, and that Letney wasn't ready for it. Otto's going to pick him off from the side, but Dupree and Zipnix really enjoy the space that Glaive was given. It sounded fun to them, so they're going to head over and try their luck.
Yeah, I mean, I think that all hinges on Glaive being able to actually win the fight in the bomb side, and that's just not happening. Dupree will pick up Letney.
How did it happen twice?
I don't know. I've lost track of all of this. Otto going to go down in the window. Crazy. Please, this is one of those rounds that looks so winnable. Nexa still might do it. Going to be walking in, getting the kill. He's looking the wrong way, but not being peeked by Sip, who's in the corner and almost getting the flick. It's such a nice attempt from Nexa, but in the end, it's 20-19, and I don't think Astralis should have won this round.
No, that's not one they stole. That's one they were given a little bit. Letney twice getting caught either switching a weapon or a nade in his hands. A little bit of the nerves coming in, I would imagine, for him on this big of a stage, this big of consequences of this match.
I agree. That was more of a giveaway than it was anything else.
Dupree even ran through a Molotov. Like, he was brought down very low. just to get into that position. It would have been an easy cleanup. Glaive's happy that his work is rewarded.
That is such a difference now. 20 to 19.
CR4ZY need 2 rounds in the second half of double OT. And they'll bring us to Vertigo. Hunter at 30 kills now. Esperanto at 32. Device at 29 and Dupree at, or excuse me, Glaive at 27. He's overtaken him.
Yeah, he has. Hunter playing this game really well at the moment. Esperanto obviously the whole game through, not just in overtime, not just all throughout. Been very cool. Otto over at long. Gonna reveal that orb. And now it's interesting. Have Astralis found a solution? They're still stacked over at B in case we go back to that well. But that A problem they never found a solution to as far as I can tell.
We'll see if CR4ZY go back to it. Do you imagine if they get desperate for a round that they would at least have to, considering how much success? But again, Astralis trying to play some mind games and read what's coming with this stack outside B. You have to imagine Dupree's going to push at some point. Halfway through those holes with that much presence behind him, start getting information, and he now knows, he's probably calling out at the moment that it's going to be that long play, but Glaive is there. So full retake over at the A bomb site. Device just to take 1 or 2 shots, try and get 1 kill, fall away towards pit.
If they put out that smoke there, oh, Dupree is so close. This is a question of timing right now. 50 seconds on the clock. They're all stacked up on catwalk. Device turning around for the flashbang. He's going to look up, misses the chance, and now it's dangerous. He's inside of the smoke still, but if he goes down, that actually is a bit of an advantage for CR4ZY. He tries to find it, but now he's going to have to back it on out. Hunter dies to a Molotov, and Zip getting 2 kills with the Molotov. How could that possibly happen? Meg is sneaking in, and that's now Otto gone. That orb finally out of play. 2 on 3 with the bomb plant down, yes, but they're stuck on the bomb site, and they want to peek out. One of them probably could have been dead already, that flashbang. Oh no, they don't realize. But Nexa had already pushed all the way out, and now it's a 2-on-2. And this is very interesting. I don't know who's going to end up winning this. Makis has another smoke, but Ledney's here, and Nexa and Ledney, they have a very, very good chance at crossfiring this incoming retake. Nexa peeking up. The spray is absolutely perfect, taking down Glaive and Magis. He's got no chance at all. 21 rounds for CR4ZY as they somehow live through that.
2 more map points. I'm with you. I didn't know how they were going to win it at the time, but they found the perfect solution. It is Nexa pushing up along that wall. When Device eventually does swing, he's just expecting them to be stuck in the bomb site. But they weren't winning the round that way. What a heroic play. What a heroic frag to get at the perfect moment. And CR4ZY just seemed to be able to recover from anything at this point. I felt like with that flank from Dupree, the follow-up flank from Magisk, I didn't think there was a chance to get out of that bomb site. A big win for Device.
It seems like every little bit matters right now. Again, pushing into Upper Dark here on a mission as they CR4ZY are making their way out middle. So now we've got a real interesting mystery on our hands. They're going to be held back a bit by the grenades. Boost up to try and look over. Otto absolutely caught with his pants down. A Device pushing out long. They've decided, you know what, we're just going to play this, just full chaos.
I mean, why not? Everything they've seen, you'd have to imagine Astralis is realizing that CR4ZY's playing very grouped up at the moment, taking advantage of the extremities, and there's no way out. They have an Opera behind him, an Opera in the B bomb site. Hunter almost able to connect that kill. They're going to go back for more, but over the smoke, it's Magisk.
Oh, man.
21-20. One more chance for CR4ZY. I don't think we'll see any pushes out of Astralis this round, but if I'm CR4ZY, I imagine they're calling to spread out and do a default and look for exactly that. And I think they're going to be stumped.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard not to try and play defensively when you've just had a round like that, where they push upper, they push long.
Yes.
You almost feel like you have to. We'll find out now. Astralis win the round. It is triple overtime, and if not, CR4ZY will steal it away. And I mean, they've been playing such a great game. This is all over the place right now. Over at long, they don't realize it, but Hunter, oh, they are going to check for it. Hunter's already behind that container. Are they just going to assume? That's very dangerous. It feels like they're not quite ready for it. Hunter now sneaking out. Now it's a bit of a coin toss, and Glaive is going to be winning it. And they take down Ledney. Esperanto trying to bring it back, but he can't. He gets a single kill. 2 versus 4, and now Astralis really need to keep it cool. This is where someone should be yelling, calm down. There is no reason to throw this away.
Otto needed to get a kill there. It's not going to happen. Nexa, full HP, 1 versus 4, now 1 versus 3.
What can he do? I think the only thing working for him right now is the fact that he has time.
It's also the fact that there's no one actually in the A bomb site, which he obviously can't know. But at least that gives him a chance for a plant, maybe a post-plant scenario if he's able to get into it. Magus is rotating all the way around through T-spawn over towards long.
Yeah, he's got that working for him. A single flashbang. They've got so many grenades on the Astralis side.
Yes, they do. They've got a lot, and the tough part is because he has to take his time and be cautious about this, it's giving plenty of time for Magus to get into position. This will be a very tough, but a spectacular clutch if he can pull it off.
He's checking everything, so thorough. Gonna be tapping away just to try and get one more kill, but yeah, they've got him locked in. He's gonna try his very best. I think he played this about as good as you can, just trying to be real safe and also trying to secure a kill, making a 1-on-2 before the bomb goes down. But now, yeah, locked out of that one. Triple overtime is what we're headed to. Slowly counting up. That is, I don't know, an appropriate level of madness for what we've seen so far. Remember how close Inferno was again. I mean,
it ended 16-11, but it was I think it was what, 11-10 or 11-11 at one point, or even I think actually, you know, Crazy had a couple leads mixed in there, and it all came down to a few clutches from Zipnik. So
yeah, might as well have been a 16-14 game.
Yeah, this is a very close series overall between these teams. Crazy is showing such a good level. You could tell when you saw him in the last stage with some of the upsets and some of the ways they were playing. It was like, people are going to really enjoy watching these guys. They're going to get some fans.
Yeah.
And this is only going to make it more and more endearing.
Yeah, they deserve it at this point, putting on all of the hard work. Pushing Astralis, it really feels like to the limit of what they can handle. Which is, I don't know, that in itself is, in fact, a little bit weird. Otto pushing down, not even afraid of anyone peeking him. Just wants to see if he can catch anybody being reckless on the other side. The pre down there could have been that target if not for the smoke on Xbox. Dupree just going to try and shoulder peek it. Here we go, third overtime, first to 25. Oh, that's a 2-for-1 shot next, and nearly going down. Heads, or a quick flick there for Dupree. Don't know if you could have known that, but worked out well.
Another stack over towards the B-bomb site. Crazy now, really struggling to find these T rounds, despite the fact that it was so good for them at the end of regulation and in the first overtime. Crazy backing off now. 3 players clumped up, Otto out towards long, but they still haven't decided where they want to go, and they're going to go right at this AWP again on Dupree. Letney the first one out. Oh, late smoke could actually isolate them. They need to get back in towards the double doors. They're not going to do it, but no peek comes in.
More flashbangs, they're waiting right there. Creeping in slowly, Dupree, this is very dangerous. That Molotov is huge, and they're forced into it with the bomb dropping on the wrong side of the fire. That is a bit of a disaster, and they saw it as well. They know they're going to Molotov that again. Why not buy more time? Grenades raining in, that's Nexa gone. This is a catastrophic round for Crazy. They absolutely get shut down trying to play this one slowly. Otto did get 2 kills right here, but it's only 25 seconds, and he has to get to a bomb site first, remember. Not gonna happen. Dupree with the triple.
I think this is inexperience rearing its ugly head for Crazy. These T-sides have really kind of shrunk down to being very clumped up, very slow, and standing in choke points. We saw it previously in one of the other overtimes on Catwalk, where they're just eating nades, eating Molotovs. Again in middle, just 3 players stuck here, essentially. And it's just flashbang. Molotov, look at that. It comes in, and not everyone can go back. You're forced into the open, and you're just primed for the taking. Astralis wielding their experience to good effect.
Yeah, it's really rough, isn't it? Smoke right onto Xbox here. Sneaking up, Dupree close to the fire. He's alone on the bomb side right now, so he has to make this work. He's going to get 1 kill. They're moving very close indeed. Picks up another one. They're chasing him around the corner, and finally, they take him down. Nexa dropping Magisk as well, and Sip wanted to hunt that down, desperately hoping to return the favor, but 3-on-3 for the retake, and a good job on Crazy in spite of everything.
Astralis is close, though. Zipnik's on the other side, going to throw in a nade. It won't get the kill, but it's going to do massive amounts of damage. I think that was 60 HP taken off Hunter. It was a perfect nade. And all 3 players from Astralis coming in from outside of B. No one flanking tunnels.
Okay, Device setting up for the flashbang. Otto still inside of the bomb site with that AWP, and he has been A force of nature so far in this game. Hunter, low on health. The Molotov blows up in the air. That's huge for him. Still flashed by a grenade. Otto, unscoping at the wrong time. He's going to pick up one kill. Goes for the flick and misses it. And they're going to be able to retake it. And this time, they're going to find the bomb. They were running very, very low on time. But they both have a kit. And they're going to make it just in the last second. Oh, my God. It's so close. But Astralis will pick it up. 23-21. That I'm hearing Sonic all the time in the back, just screaming at them, you know, calm down, calm down, calm down.
Crazy, yeah, well, crazy need around here. Sonic knows if Astralis wins this one, if they blank him in this first half of the third overtime, that would be just so brutal. How do you come back from that? Dupree has stepped it up massively in this series of overtime with his AWP. We saw him in middle previously. This time, a great pair of kills. Crazy almost able to bring it back. Spread out a little bit more now. Esperanto and Letney in upper dark for the moment. Next, Hunter and Otto outside long. And look at Device. The aggressive ops have been so punishing. Oh, Lord, he's going down.
I was going to say he dodged the bullet on that one, but he didn't.
He dodged it like 3 times. He just didn't take the hit, you know?
Didn't take the hit. That little voice in the back of his head saying... You're
going to die, you're going to die, you're going to die. It is a pretty late peek from mid as well. Otto went towards long and he actually came back, so... The timing that you don't normally see on that kind of a peak.
Magus, Cologne, and Pete, that's a theme we've seen before. Catwalk play with 2 people holding it. That's going to be a very, very tough hold for Astralis. They need to land some very quick headshots. There's the grenade reveal Blaze position. They know way too late. They only realize when they're all the way out. The flashback doesn't do enough, and Sip now alone. Dupree does show up, but they're going to absolutely run down. Crazy. Not signaling that push on Catwalk. They realize way too late what's going on.
And remember, a lot of their success has been towards the B bomb site, has been towards long A. It hasn't been like this massive amount of success coming off of Catwalk. Had a couple, but for the most part, it feels like long A and B have been the primary victors for the T side for Crazy. Switching sides now.
23-22.
Magic number 25.
Yes, it is. Hard to make a song around that, isn't it? But we won't try that, Moses.
No.
No singing on the stream.
Not known to be singers.
Not in this context, anyway. Let's see what they can have happen. Are they going to try and rush long? They're all set up for it. They're all flashed for it. They've got the close spawn.
They're all looking to the right.
Yeah.
I think Glaive is going to go for it for sure. He's got an AK-47. Here are the flashes, and he's going to full commit. Not too blind, but Crazy don't want anything with that battle. They back away as soon as the flashbangs pop in the sky. So long control for Astralis.
I think that's been a theme for Crazy anyways, that whenever that battle is brewing over long, they just back it out. They just don't want to do it.
They don't seem to love that fight from the CT side. Well, Letney's the one pushing up into upper dark. Trying to give Astralis a taste of their own kind of defense. This is a lot of information being gathered. Hunter gets to cheat away towards middle at the moment. Otto's still on Catwalk.
Yeah, he's pushed all the way up, together with Letney over at upper dark. As you pointed out, they know everything.
Yeah, they say, okay, there's no one in upper B, there's no one in middle whatsoever, so what's left on the map?
Okay, you have all the information. You're already rotating people on over. This should be a successful defense. 55 seconds. And Astralis going to go for the double smoke to cross. Esperanto setting up with a flashbang. Looking good right now on the grenade front. Esperanto going to be careful, and Sip will take him down. They have all the knowledge. They have everything going for them, but now they've lost Nexer as well. This is a disaster. Hunter now waiting down here. Can he save his team one more time? It looks like they're going to back it out. Yeah, that's 24 rounds for Astralis. Oh no.
They have 2 AWPs. And there's no retaking a bomb site like that against 5 Astralis members. Yeah, they did. They had everything you could have wanted. They knew exactly where the attack was going to come from. They had to have known the numbers because there were 0 other people on the map spotted. You have to know there's at least 4. The fight that Esperanto takes for that flashbang, there's no chance for a teammate to help there.
Well, Esperanto in a similar position is the one that Glaive has been struggling with, right?
Yeah.
You're the first rifle on that bomb site. What do? How do you find a really good way to be impactful?
We've seen some teams, if you're going to make that kind of a play, it feels like you need to throw a couple bodies at it with a lot more flashbangs and utility.
Yeah.
I think Esperanto, I mean, I don't mind the play necessarily. I think he just got caught a little unlucky with all the smoke and all the flames and all the nades and everything. I think he just lost sight, couldn't see his opponent very well.
Maybe what you do, because you know that default smoke that you underhand when you're at that box to throw for the default plant.
Yeah.
If somebody else throws that for you and then you smoke the barrels, so you actually create like a lot. Then they have to, because then you can actually flank all the way into the corner, right, without getting spotted, and that makes it hard for them coming up the ramp. They have to actually almost look behind them at that point in time. So I'm not sure what the answer is, but it feels like all the A players right now are struggling mightily to try and make that work. 2 chances here for Astralis to, well, steal the whole game.
And if you're crazy and you lose this one, you can't really be too upset about it. You had your own chances. I think they had three or 4 chances in these different overtimes to close out this map, so you're going to be disappointed, but you can't be upset. Nexa has to hold on, and he's not able to do it. Xyp9x has come online. 2 flash assists for Glaive in this all-important, perhaps series-deciding round. Astralis looking for their spot in the top 8.
3 versus 5. Now is the time for the gloves to really come on off for these 3 remaining players. You need multi-kills on a couple of people here to make this work. Otherwise, you're right. You're going to end up losing the series. You won't get knocked out of the tournament, but still, you've had a chance to beat Astralis. I think you had a chance on Inferno. You certainly had a chance here. Ledney getting caught, trying to be aggressive. I don't blame him for doing it at all.
No, but I think this is where you just look at Astralis and you just kind of shake your head, because that's a little bit cruel. They get those 2 entries, and then everyone just stops and spreads out across the map. So yeah, you have to go for information, you have to go for some kind of a cheeky pick, but everyone from Astralis is waiting for a push somewhere on the map. Everything is covered. And now they get to pick and choose, while Crazy, with no information, have to stay spread. Esperanto in no man's land at the A bomb site, Hunter in no man's land on the ramp.
Yeah, but I mean, if anything, that's a combo that you'd want together, right? Like, these 2 players are the only ones that could maybe do it for Crazy right now. They're gonna have a chance. The smokes go up. Hunter, there's a tiny gap there. Can he see anything? Esperanto, the Molotov, he's still gonna get the kill on Dupree. And Hunter waiting. I need some sort of cue. Esperanto's got 1 more kill. Hunter dropping the bomb. Oh my god! And now Meg is finally gonna get 1 in return. It's within reach. 10 seconds. And Meg is looking for him, but he can't find him. He's inside of the smoke. Come up with a big kill. 4 seconds. They've done it! Megis can't win the round. A 3-5. They would have lost the whole series, and somehow it works.
And you fight that hard, and you don't even get a victory. That's just a fight one more time. Crazy backs against the wall. That is a beautiful recovery. Esperanto finds the 1 gap of safety at those barrels. Hunter is magnificent as well, even calling his teammate off at the end because they can't plant. 23-24, 1 more chance for Crazy.
That's a great duo, and Astralis now throwing
B-rush.
Everything against the wall and trying to see what sticks. It's a great opening, and Hunter, they're right in behind him as well. Oh no! Somehow he gets a double! They've actually found a way to get us into quad overtime, surely device. He's out alone in the middle with an AWP. There should be no way for him to have much of an impact here. I think he's been spotted out. The Eagle, yeah, they're going to try and fall back. And now CR4ZY charging the A-bomb side. He's got the bomb as well. If he can stop them from actually getting up the ramp, maybe they have a chance still here. But this is looking so good for Crazy.
They have a great chance. Astralis so good in these scenarios. And yeah, you're down 2 men. You have 1 smoke on Xyp9x, but you've got Device with the AWP, and if you can give him the space, if you can keep him from danger, he can actually just get 1 or 2 of these kills and readjust into a safe position. It's the long flank they got to worry about, but now it begins.
Yeah, that long flank is coming now. Otto in position with the AWP, gonna pick off 1 Device, not even quick enough to react, and there it is. Quad overtime as Crazy somehow find the rounds at the end. Wow.
Well, they've had so many taken away from them by incredible plays from Astralis that it's only fitting. A chance to close things out, and you would expect it 9 times out of 10. Astralis, they're done with the match by now.
Yeah.
They've put it away. They're packing up. Not this time. Both teams, overtime will reset here.
Wow, the effort that it took for them to win. Hunter and Esperanto were at that A-bomb side.
It's the way Hunter missed the first guy running past him.
Yeah.
And the first guy, I don't remember who it was, also missed the fact that Hunter was on top of those boxes. They just, like ships in the night.
I was sure that exactly because what you said, because the first guy ran past, like, that's it, you're done. Even if you get a kill, there's nothing left.
24-24. going live into the 4th overtime.
Why not at this point? Why not? This game is certainly worthy of it. No orbs being picked up from Astralis could be a sign that they want to be pretty quick about it. Going to be flashing a bit down the middle. They want to try and see if they can rush this bomb site again, but there's 3 people here. I think this is going to get absolutely crushed by Astralis. They're on the bomb site, sure, but there are still more people here. Dupree has picked up a kill. Hunter in the corner is going to be going down. Esperanto. Oh no, Device! How is he able to win that fight?
That was way too uncoordinated from those 3 defenders. You're exactly right. They had the perfect call, and now Zipnix, he lies in wait. Otto is with the AWP. Going to be tough to clear these corners, and Zipnix hears the movement. He's turned around and even scoped up. It's no problem. Zooms in under the whites of his eyes.
Yeah, he wanted to look in his soul, didn't he, when he went down?
Look into his soul as he takes it away. Otto just has to back off, try and survive with the op. So Astralis, they had to have just said in that overtime, guys, that should have worked. Just do it again.
I can't believe it. It's a bold call. It works out. Device was checking that car corner all the way, wasn't he? Or he was at least peering into it, and then he just flicks towards that door to take him down. Well, 4th overtime. Try to take the first round. 1st to 28.
Ooh, Deva's back.
Deva. Well, now they're done. If he's Deva, then it's over.
It's all over. 37 kills on Deva, 36 on Dupree, 38 each on Hunter, Esperanto, and Otto is not far behind at 37.
What it will take for somebody to win this map? We're not quite sure. Flashbangs, so far crazy. I haven't been fighting long, except for that one round where Otto and Nexer, I think, were down in the pit, but...
Yeah, they've been giving that fight up a lot.
Yeah. It's like when they don't, so when they sort of dare to try with the AWP, if they get flashed, they're like, that's it, let's not try this.
Way more default this time, way more slow pace and calculated from Astralis. The last 2 rounds they ran on offense were very fast paced towards this B bomb site. This time they switch it up.
It's been a couple of rounds since Glaive has had one of those run and gun type rounds. Do you think one of these rounds here in 4th overtime is going to be that, where he just sort of like says, I'm going to go for it? Like, they haven't been getting the long fight. What if they flash him out and he keeps going? Just doesn't stop.
Can't keep going on long because someone's gonna be somewhere to watch long. But Catwalk is the one where I think Catwalk and middle are those 2 where you can really pull that off to good effect.
Well, this one is very slow. Glaive holding middle from outside of long. They're not even sure really what's happening in the middle of the map right now. Astralis.
With the bomb where it is, it almost feels like this is going to be a fake.
Yeah.
Because you have Device at long and you have Glaive coming long now as well. If they throw their 2 smokes for the cross and Glaive pushes up and Device makes some noise far back with the AWP, or maybe they both commit, that might pull people out of the B bomb site, and that's when the other 3 would hit.
It's something that we haven't seen before either. So it's not like crazy. Well, that like it's not like it's like another round that they would have been used to, right?
And this is a strategy that can be called because there's so little defense from Crazy at long. They knew they could get out for free, but that is a problem. The fact that kill comes out so quick on the spam, no one's going to rotate. Double Molotov, you're not surviving that. You're not getting any kills.
Now it's on Esperanto alone to try and hold the bomb site, and he's not going to do it. Dupree will take him down. This turned out to be a good call anyway. In spite of what happened at long, Device goes down to Otto. Hunter trying to get through the window, but he's got no chance at all. And now, can they retake it 2-on-3? Otto with a beautiful kill to take down Sip. That was the round on that, but Meg somehow hitting the shot, jumping up in the box, and Otto alone. 1 versus 2. Charging in, getting the shot. Can he do it again? He's got the triple already. And Meg is behind the box. Otto, everything is on this. You need this close range. And he gets the flex. Oh my god!
That's so incredible. Where has this kid come from? He is spectacular. Astralis with all the advantages. What crowd we have chanting his name. He's hoping to hear it on the big stage. That is incredible stuff. And no, yeah, he's just laughing himself.
Astralis are not laughing at all.
What can you do? What can you do? 25-25.
That is so well done.
Well, you wanted a crazy round from Glaive, and I mean, at this point, if you're Astralis and you're Glaive, you're just saying we get long for free every single time. Why not just continue going back to it? It's such a good staging point, such a good launching point, and such good map control to have.
Is it? Who is it? Is it Vitality or G2 that run that round where they flash their way out and just jump in the pit? Who am I misremembering?
I think it's G2.
Is it G2? That's kind of what they did here. They just didn't catch anyone. Normally, if you catch CTs at the corner, they don't even realize someone's in pit if you're the flashbangs, right?
I feel like at some point they've got to be saying, we're gonna run into resistance here one of these rounds. Like, surely they're going to play long at some point in this game.
Well, they've done something else, which is actually, I mean, this is a 1.6 classic of leaving a guy in pit and then, you know, making noise on the rest of the map. You've got plenty of time, and if they go back and check it, oh, that went right between his legs, didn't it?
After all the shots he hits in the clutch, that's the one he misses, and now everyone is falling. The defense is crumbling at 25-25.
Can we see the replay?
He's the only one alive in this bomb site. Now they're swinging from two different angles. He goes down, Hunter goes down, and Astralis is going to go up 26-25 as they switch sides.
Good call. That worked out really well. I wonder if, I think he just, like, that was between the kneecaps or something.
This is exactly what happened to Astralis yesterday against NRG on Train. That went to 5 overtimes, and they just hung around, and it just felt like they were getting beaten up every step of the way in overtime, NRG. But there were some insane clutches and some insane performances that just let them live to the next round of overtime, where eventually they just outlasted them. Same here, too, with Crazy. It's like a hangnail. It just won't go away. And at some point, you got to wonder, Astralis, like, you expect them to take this over and just take this map so many times, but Crazy, they have a real shot.
They have a real shot. Astralis currently have a slightly better shot, being up 1 round, but you are absolutely right. They can do this. They've been so close a number of times. 26-25. And Otto, a large part of the reason why. 41 kills on him right now. Now, what are they going to do, Crazy? They've found a number of things to exploit, I think. Astralis, if Megas alone and beat, that's been a problem. If they've lost control of long, that's been a problem.
I actually think Crazy's in so much trouble in this half because of the fact they seem to have run out of their playbook, which, I mean, to be fair, Astralis probably has too, but they have way more experience to rely on and adapt to. We saw on the previous CT side for Astralis so much aggression at long, so much aggression in B, and now Device with the op. He's been a beast, and he's going to continue it here. Another opening kill, even despite the utility to force him back. It's all for naught. 5-on-4 in this round for Astralis.
He was listening for the grenade. He was looking into the wall. As soon as the grenade pops, he just goes for the peak. So that was a really good read. Not pushing up a dark, but you're right. They were doing a lot of that as well on the CT side. Astralis, you know, just having Dupree push in, find something out. This time, that early kill gives them a pretty big lead.
Esperanto trying to make a play. Dropping down into CT spawn. He was clearing to the right. Zipnix comes out of nowhere, as he so frequently does. And Nexa cannot be the aggressor. He's alone at long. Real problem now for Crazy. Device so efficient. Wants one more, and Nexa, he would force his hand into push out into Glaive's waiting arms. And right around the edge of the smoke. Good kill from Device, and he doesn't have to defend the A bomb set anymore. But they don't realize it. They give up long. That's a misstep.
There's almost no time. Sip could actually almost just jump to stop the plant here. Otto's got it, but Sip is always going to go for the safe plant there. With 10 seconds left, there is a big chance. Nexus, walk back in the middle. Otto has to stay alive, but he won't, and I think that's almost impossible. He has a Molotov, and they don't have a smoke, actually. If they just wait a little bit, no, they're going to go straight for it, so he has no chance. If they waited, maybe, but the straight defuse now, 2 chances for Astralis.
No, but this is a smart detail that would probably often go unnoticed. Is Dupree on catwalk. As soon as they saw where that bomb was planted, he just turns around and watch catwalk. He's like, there's no way he can get that from long, especially with 2 players in the site.
Right.
This is his only other option to really stop this. But again, the Astralis, that's a pretty big misstep to have that kind of a rotation. Device gets that kill. Glaive leaves long. Device goes towards pit, but no one is even looking at cave.
Yeah.
That could have been way more disastrous when Nexa gets those 2 kills.
Yeah, I agree.
But those are the kind of slip-ups that happen this deep into overtime, even to the best teams.
Ledney clearing out some part of middle there. Not sure if they're going to do anything with it. It seemed like a very fast clear, so they just want to go on catwalk and see if they could replay that same round again. Going to be run boosting to clear the corner.
Just not even messing around with that AWP anymore.
No.
There was 2 flashes last time. This time, it's the run boost. But all on catwalk.
Well, I don't know if they can keep two people alone, but if they can, Nexa's chances to get out is going to be somewhat minimal, aren't they?
It all depends on if they can actually get into the site. They forced Device away. With how many people survived, how the kills go out, that's going to all depend. Nexa just doesn't even want to make any kind of a play before this bomb gets planted, before the retake begins. He just wants to hold and wait. And Zipnix, Glaive, and Device all experience this at different times. They know he's going to be here.
Yeah, they're thinking about it. Sib is going to be on duty to just cover them from behind, but this retake,
this is who's bluffing. This is such a gamble between the two teams with Nexa here.
It absolutely is. Flash to try and go for the retake. Sip now running up. Nexa's thinking about it. Walks into the orb of Device. Still holding it down there. It's dangerous as Glaive also picks up a shot. Device again. And now it's a 2 versus 2 here. That bomb ticking. If they can't win this round, crazy. It's going to be Astralis instead walking away from it, and they go down. And I don't think there's enough time for it. There might not be enough time for the defuse. You can see him already thinking about it, and the bomb goes down. Crazy. They make their way through. Device with a quad kill. What does it take to stop Crazy on this map?
Again, Astralis do everything right and still lose the round. It was just far too late. That was actually incredible. It's so smart from Astralis on the retake. Device sends his 2 players, Glaive and Zipnix, up and throws the flashbangs, and doesn't even look at the 8 bomb site. He turns immediately once that retake begins towards long, and he takes down Nexa, and that's what allows him to just rain down death from with the AWP. But still, just it takes too long. Here we go, auto out towards long with the AWP. Flashbang is out, the timing shot does not connect. Does he want to go for more? How wide is he going to peek this? I think he's waiting for the follow-up. He's got 2 teammates, Nexa and Esperanto, behind him. And Device at a deeper angle now with the AWP. Everyone content to just neutralize the Oppers in the opening stages of these rounds.
Crazy, one more round to get us into the 5th overtime. Man. You thought they had it that round, Astralis. It was all shaping up for it, but every single time Crazy find a way. They're playing just at a fantastic level right now. Again, they are the underdog. They're the heavy underdog in this matchup. There's no getting around that. They're just not playing like it. And it's a joy to watch it. Sip over at long, Glaive there, Device as well. Make a Dupree, look at the movement. Look at them going into upper dark.
Well, Crazy has kind of fallen into a really bad trend. So much of their focus has been on this A bomb site. It's catwalk recently, but previously it was long, and now that's just, I think Beijing's going to have to just be bored. They want the information. Molotov comes out, it splits the attack. This is perfect for Astralis. Device. He's got a shooting gallery. No nades in, and he's confused. He wants to put out the Molotov, but it's not there, and neither is his head.
Absolutely gone. Hunter somehow winning it, and now Otto on flank duty, making sure they can't get through. So that push into upper doesn't really do a lot. Great shot from Hunter, from Otto. Megis gets down. Dupree trying to see if he can find him. He has to, otherwise there's no chance here. And we'd go to the 5th overtime, and we definitely will now. Hunter finding a 3rd kill here. It's done. Otto will drop the last, and 5th overtime rings in.
Deja vu for Astralis. 5 overtimes yesterday, 5 overtimes today here on Dust 2.
They might be setting a record for most overtimes played.
In a major?
At least, yeah. Maybe we don't know overall, but I guess in the pre-playoff stage, could be.
Yeah. They've, what a marathon for them. 5th overtime, 27-27. A lot of communication coming out, and this is where things, I mean, as if they haven't already, they definitely get scrappy now. Double op setup for Device and Dupree, AWP on auto as well. You can see the scores there, but in this 5th overtime as we enter it, Device is now leading the way of the server. 45 kills, 42 on Dupree, 44 on Hunter, 43 on auto.
Goes for it again. Not gonna get timed. Sip doesn't want to peek into it, but they get long control on the Crazy side, and previously that has actually worked out well for them. Magisk though in lower dark taking down Nexa. Do they want to speed it up on long and just go for it? Otherwise they have to go back and get all the map control surely.
Yeah, they might want to. Magisk, I think he's just done with it. What is happening? How is this defense? How is no one looking towards catwalk whatsoever? And Hunter has taken advantage of everything. He's got to be so confused how free those kills were. Vegas is on a flank, though.
No, but Esperanza's going to get a kill too. They completely lost the plot here, Astralis. I think because Vegas got the kill in lower, they thought all of middle was clear. Nobody. That is a massive mistake. There's no getting around that. Some kind of communication error that could very well cost them this round. Dupree sneaking in. Oh my god, what a flick. That is disgusting to take down Ledney. And now the bomb plant. Hunter's going to hit another ridiculous headshot to take down Magisk. And they're going to get the bomb plant. Dupree.
Does he want to go for this is the question. I know it's a 1-on-2. I know you're in 5th overtime. You want to be a hero. 19 HP. Expensive weapon in this first round. Auto zoomed in. Big kill for him. First round of quintuple OT goes to Crazy.
Well, we're talking about giving and stealing, and that's at least Astralis leaving the door open, isn't it?
Yeah, that's like theft that comes because you've lost your mind.
Yeah. What's the saying? Opportunity makes a thief, something like that, I think.
Okay.
So,
I've never heard that one. Maybe it's a Danish thing.
That could be. We've got a whole Danish thief thing going on anyway.
It's a very good narrative. Zipnix spraying through the smoke. Hunters, oh, he actually comes out on top of that exchange as he hits all on his lonesome, all by himself. 4 players up catwalk very quick. Device is in the middle of nowhere. He's caught as well. In awkward timing, no one had the information. Again, Astralis just playing without the intel, and they've all been forced to the CT spawn.
That is a powerful grenade, though. That lands on 4 people now. It doesn't make up for the fact that they lost Device. But there's a pretty quick flank as well. They're going to flashing their way around the corner. Another flashbang to set it up. That smoke is going to really help them out. Otto, again on flank duty, and he's been perfect at it so far. The bomb goes down, and they have a 2-man lead here, and Astralis going to back on out. They kind of know now they need these rifles for the next round. Crazy with a huge chance right here.
Hunt, if you're a Crazy right now and you realize the save is coming in, and might not have clicked in because you're being so cautious in 5th overtime, but you would love to take these guns away. 2-0 in this first half of overtime.
First to 31. Dupree securing a rifle at least. Man, that the pushback from long, the instant rush while that is happening up to catwalk. And catching Device, who has been in of himself a problem for them on that catwalk position. So
no, this pace change has really just annihilated Astralis's feel of the game.
Yeah.
These 2 very fast-paced rounds. All right, the first one's inexcusable. Device, that's that happens once in a while. 29-27.
Otto looking down the middle, not going to get any challenges.
Are they just going to rush out mid?
It looks like they just might. Flashes come through. There's a flashback right along just to pretend. Is he going to be ready for it? Zip, he was ready, and he's going to get the kill. Only barely. Looked like he was going to lose that fight now. Is it enough? They still have 2 on the B-bomb side. A fair bit of Molotov damage as Astralis look to take finally around here in the 5th overtime. Otherwise, the Crazy might go for a 3-round sweep, and that would be really something in the middle here. A little bit of a weird fight as Glaive is already flanking in. Dupree goes down, and Magisk has to stay alive. Back here, he needs another kill just to give them a chance, and Nexa will be able to take him down. It's a 3-on-3 as Ledney goes on the offensive before the bomb is even down. Now Glaive going to be rushing in behind. Otto caught for once. They managed to take him down. A little bit of a missed chance there as Glaive is going to be dropped. It's on Device to try and get this one. Otherwise, Crazy will have the best chance yet of closing out this game. Device sneaking in the jump, and they're going to double up on him. Nexa with a nice triple. And that is all 3 rounds.
I love that call.
Yes.
From Crazy. Not just because of how fast-paced it was, but because when was the last time they attacked the B-bomb site? Can you even remember? Because I bet Astralis can't, and that's like a cold check of the defenders there.
Yeah.
We haven't been to this site in the overtimes or whatever. It's been a long time. Are you ready? Are you prepared? Are you going to be focused? Vegas can... At that bomb site, they've just been... Everything's gone away from them recently. They've been so frustrated, having to get aggressive for kills.
Now
3 chances to close this out.
Yeah, and I was going to say, if there wasn't enough pressure already on Astralis, now it means any mistake. And you have to play a whole map on Vertigo as well, which, you know, God save us all. Timing shot for Device, not connecting with anybody. Crazy. One round. One good opening. One little mistake for Astralis. And that's all they need. Glaive looked like he wanted to run middle, but reined himself in somehow.
Slow-paced on the attack. And just retake defense at the A bomb site, trusting Auto, and why wouldn't you at this point? Esperanto, Hunter, and Letney to guard B. I've mentioned this earlier in the game. This is what Glaive likes to do at times, looking for information, just jumping over this smoke. He sees absolutely nothing. And we'll see what he can do with it.
I think they're just going to re-smoke it and then... Yeah, same smoke being thrown, and then they're going to try and go for it. Kind of an all-in here. There's no chance of recovery. If this messes up, you're all in already. That's a really cool Molotov, isn't it? Otto, right in his face is Glaive. It will take him down. Spray comes through, but they can't really recover that kill. Bomb is going to be planted here, and there's still 2 Molotovs and a smoke left for Astralis. They've got every chance to do this. Crazy need to make up their minds right now if they want to go for it or save the rifles.
I think you back out. You have 3 rounds to try and win this, or 2 more after this, and you just preserve the economy. Make sure both of these remaining 2 rounds, you're going to have a perfect buy. So Astralis, almost a freebie. And look at them on the hunt. I like this as well. This is ruthless, and you've got to know, if you got to win all 3 rounds, why not try and make that 3rd one easier on you? Going to try and take all the guns away. There's the first. Oh, excuse me, that's actually Nexa just demolishing Glaive. But Zipnik's going to try and attack in through the window.
Really wants to. He's got some backup out there as well. Yeah, just the only thing you're going to be a little bit careful of is giving away a Krieg in the middle of this, just to make that point clear. Oh, they do take the guns away. That was all worth it.
That was so valuable. What a brilliant call from Astralis to take that out of their hands.
Yeah, that actually is.
Now look at the money after this buy when we come back. Crazy. Yeah, they have 2 rounds to toy with, and they had 3 chances to close out this map, but they're in a very, very tough spot. It almost feels like if they don't win this, then we're going to a 6th overtime. Very good chance of that.
It is very likely if they can put this round together. Astralis out the middle, flashbang, Dupree, and it ducks under. That's a good knockout punch against Hunter, who again has been a phenomenal player in this whole match so far. Next up, is he going to want to challenge it? He's out long. He's going to make the decision already. This could be the map-winning move right here.
Well, he's going to have to tell his teammates, actually, let's talk about it. They won't know in time. Letney with 1. Not able to get anything else after that. And Esperanto falls as well.
Ooh. Glaive looked like he was aware of that, but still, how do you do this? 2 versus 3 actually Otto's miles away. I don't think you do it at all.
No, you don't. You have to save the guns again. You have absolutely no money. At least in this situation, Nexa can drop an SMG, can drop over a FAMAS.
Yeah, saving these 2 guns is everything for them right now, isn't it? The whole 3rd round here is going to rely on that. Because, I mean, yeah, it's true. They could have 2 FAMASs, an AWP, and an M4. That's so much better than if they lose this. It looks like they are going to be able to save it this time around. I mean, the timing there. Next, he's not far off. Well,
it's also a little different of a take. In the previous, when we saw Crazy do that very fast mid, I remember it was that front player throwing an underhand flashbang. Ooh, Otto's got device. That's an important kill to preserve the op. But the first player on Crazy, when they did that strategy, underhanded the flashbang.
Yeah.
This was thrown by Glaive at top mid for Dupree, so you can't hear the pin or the grenade coming whatsoever. There was no chance he could turn from that.
Yeah, he ate it, didn't he? 30 to 29, a round away from 6 overtimes, or you were going to get a lot of celebration, or they're just spamming down the middle. It is a classic, and they get a single hit. Definitely not worth it.
Also a classic.
Also a classic, yeah, it's true. Letney crossed over. Did they throw away the guns in T-spawn, or is there a chance someone could go and pick one up?
There's a chance someone's going to pick it up, but it's a very small chance, so I don't think they care. If you're going to go all the way to T-spawn and pick up an auto sniper, fair play.
Then you deserve it.
Otto is blinded in middle with that AWP, but you can tell they want to put him in a position where that weapon can be used at both bomb sites if needed, where it can find some kind of an early pick for them.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind putting a lot of money on Otto or Hunter to be able to do that.
This B defense, though, Letny has a FAMAS and one flashbang. Hunter has a UMP. They have no smokes, and Letny's in this corner. Like, it's going to be so bold if he ever wants to try and get out of it, and that's why I think they're double peeking it.
Yeah.
They're going to have to worry about mid, though, and there's no one with eyes on it. A lot of space there for Astralis.
There is a lot of space. If they go towards Hunter, that is the dream right now for Crazy. It seems like they're thinking about it, setting up a bit of a grenade. Might just be blocking it out for the mid to be split. And that would mean Hunter and Letny with a FAMAS and a UMP. They've been called upon, maybe especially Hunter, before to try and save Crazy. I think it's their number being dialed once again. And, I mean, how many times can you come up big with this one? He's got 49 kills. Hunter, they're going to have to go even bigger this time. Esperanto picking up a kill in the pre. This is to try and prevent that 6th overtime. Hunter dropping down, but Magus will take him out. And Letny, they're coming in from every single angle. Sid is dropped in the middle. Device with a kill on Otto. And Esperanto! They make it happen out of nowhere! They pick up the map. I don't even know where the last couple of kills